Buzz Live. Buzz, 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 buzz. It's Blake's Buzz Live. Buzz, 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 buzz. It's Blake's Buzz Live. Hate less, read comics. It's Blake's Buzz Live.
Buzz, buzz, babies.
Hey! Happy Wednesday, happy new comic book day, and welcome to another episode of Blake's Buzz Live. First off, very, very sorry I missed last week. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, chat. I have my hands in 5 different Kickstarter campaigns right now, and shit's nuts. I went from please fucking hire me to oh shit, we're back in it, and in a blink of an eye. And it's good. It's a good problem to have. But yeah, things got slammed, and so I apologize. I know I said every Wednesday, things are bound to happen, but I did miss you. I really did miss you. 2 weeks without you, I didn't like it, but we're back tonight, and I got a cool crew to bring out to talk some art. We're going to talk indie comics, we're going to talk art, we're going to talk spooky sexy things. I'm very, very excited. But first, a word from our sponsor. Tonight's show is sponsored by Michael Gecko Adams, who has a new series, Hero, out from Keenspot. To keep up with what he's got going on, and trust me, you want to keep up with it, head over to geckoadams.com and tell your shops to put Hero on your list. It's from Keenspot. It's still available to order. Issue 2, I don't know the drop date, but issue 2 is on its way. But you can still get issue 1. You can go to keenspotshop.com, I believe, if your shop can't get it. But check it out. It's a cool all ages superhero book. Really fun twist. I love Michael's art so much. All right. We got a short ad read today. All right. This first group, I got to pull out 3 people simultaneously and introduce them. So this is going to be weird because I only have one finger. I don't know how this is gonna work, but we're gonna figure it out, folks, because that's what you tuned in for, to see what I do wrong. No, I'm just kidding. All right, okay. Our first guests are back because they've been here a couple times before, yet again, bringing some spookiness and my new favorite lizard. Let's bring out the creators of My Neighbor Necromancer. We've got Luca Romano, Jason Piperberg, and Dillon Gilbertson in the house. What's up, fellas?
This level of hype is never achieved.
Oh, dude, the cocaine budget for my show is off the rails.
Yes.
I think
the soundboard power.
That's great.
How's it going, guys? Good to have you back.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
Always a pleasure. Luca, what time is it right now where you are?
We are 3:06 in the morning.
Wow.
3.6, which is comfy. Actually, I'm pretty happy that we are doing these hours because during daytime in Italy at the moment is practically hell. We are sweating our suns. So no, I am staying up all night, every night, as long as I can. I wish there was more nighttime to enjoy the little bit of weather respite that we can. So thank you for calling me at this hour, actually.
Yeah, no problem. I was gonna bring out somebody else, but they're gone.
We were in the back room chatting a little while ago, and it seemed like he was having a bad connection. Like he was shutting down and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
it was freezing sometimes.
I'm sorry, you're stuck with us, folks. For the time being. It's fine. This is why we do the live shows, because it throws you for a fucking loop. You never know.
I believe we can come back. I have hopes.
The link should work. If you're out there, I guess I already announced it. Richard, if you're out there, you should just be able to classify. I was keeping it as a secret or some shit. Or secret things. All right. Well, so okay. The last. I love this. Is why it's fun. The last
the
time
scruff is power.
I got to read the new issue. You guys won last time doing issue 2.
Yay.
You guys did the thing, and I got to see. I remember you teased that the map page, the journey page, which I loved. It's just like a great page, and it's on your Kickstarter page right now too, which we'll bring up shortly. But I got to read the new issue, and it is good. Oh, it's good, and it like the feels. I love this fucking lizard, guys. Oh my god, when he paints her face, the lizard doesn't paint. All right, but like I don't want to speak too much.
Lizard
Like
could
the
paint.
face,
We can
the
make it
face
paint.
has this gone out? This has gone out to your backers and stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Issue. Yeah. The Kickstarter's for issue 3 right now. So we're talking issue 2 now. So this went out. I don't know.
Those that have to know should know already.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So spoil away.
Yeah. So the face painting and it's how do we pronounce this lizard's name? Bibbits?
Bibbits, yeah.
Bibbits?
Yeah.
Is it hard P, soft P? No, I'm just.
Yeah.
Hard. It's a bad joke.
Hard B.
That was a bad joke. That's why I guess leave.
Well, so it's funny. So quick backstory. So I took the name Bibbits. So my wife's mother, when she was a child, had a pet duck named Bibbits, and so I took the name Bibbits, and then I told her mother about this years later at this point, and she's like, "No, it's Bits, BITBITS," and I was like,
Too late. No, we're not.
So now I don't have to give you royalties, is what you're saying. Like this is my original name
Yeah.
that I made up. Thank you.
You just-
Appreciate it.
You just screwed that up.
Similar but different enough.
Yeah.
You're smart.
So yeah, Bibbit.
We were talking about that in the green room. Richard was talking about how because Richard is the Richard the guest that isn't the guest right now, but was the guest still in spirit in our hearts. He's got an awesome book called Idle Hands on Zoop. You guys should check it out. But he was talking. What? This is so hard. It's so hard to be a podcaster in America. Ask Joe Rogan. That's a joke. Don't.
Yeah, that's exactly the person I listen to. Yes.
That was their first.
That was the first name in my head. Yeah.
Luca reached out to Joe Rogan first. Can we go on and talk about our Kickstarter? And he was like, no, we don't really do that here. He was like, all right, I'll go back to Blake's Buzz.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm not counting Sammy the Monster. I'm counting Joe Rogan. Yes, of course. Who else?
Dude, I'm trying to contact, like, fucking Sammy, hype my show. Christ, like, please. I don't even know how that would work. How do you get an influencer to hype a smaller influencer?
I don't know. I wrote her an email because I adore her, so that's
like a
it.
cool 40-year-old. Is that how the internet works? I don't have money for that. That's not in the budget. We can't.
I'll let you know if it works for us. I'm the 40 years old in this case, so I'll be in touch.
Hey, do you guys have Sammy doing press for you?
I am no. I have reached out.
Yeah,
okay.
we've reached out. We're waiting. No pressure on Sammy.
Okay, so like this is gonna sound sleazy, okay, but I'm gonna say it because if
We
you
were
were
talking
in
about being on Joe Rogan's podcast.
We can only go down from here, man.
we're starting high, but well, I always start high. No, but anyway.
Well, not that I.
But if you were like a real deal comic book influencer, right? Like Fossil sending you fucking Superman watches to wear, and like because that's like an advertisement for them. Okay, if you are at that level of influencer, if you started like throwing, and you'd pay for this, right? Because like Boom pays her and stuff,
Right.
you know. But like
I hope so.
if you opened up that to like the crowdfunding and you know, like, I mean, you'd have to budget it, right? Because it'd be like paying for an ad, running Facebook ads and stuff.
sure.
But like, she could make a killing. There are so many Kickstarter campaigns that would lunge at that opportunity. She'd probably be overwhelmed. She'd have to like say no, like you open up the
Too many
floodgates and
requests.
cancel them real quick. But I mean, because you imagine like the power of that, because indie presses reach out, like she gets stuff sent to her like all the time, you know, and like if so anyway, I don't want to. You pay for good marketing, okay? And she's good at what she does. That's why we all know her name and we see her everywhere, right? Like she's great at what she does. And if she added that to like if she added Kickstarter to her clientele, she can make a killing. I would love that. Oh, if I was fucking charging you guys by like the hour right now, that'd be dope.
We wouldn't be able to afford you, man. What the fuck you talking about?
Okay, you could afford me. I don't know if you can afford Sammy. I don't know what the Necromancer budget is. All right.
We'll work it in for next year.
Yeah, issue 4, Sammy. If you're out there watching, I know you watch my show. That's a joke. I know she doesn't, but like, if you come across this, if somebody's like, "We were talking shit about you," because I was saying you're awesome, but if someone's like, "They were talking about you on this podcast," these guys will hire you next year. When What 20K? Is that what the ad budget is?
Sure, that's exactly.
What's your ROAS for next year?
Oh my god.
Depends on how well this one does.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'll let
Sammy.
you know.
All right. All right. Hey, we got someone popping up in the green room. So let's say you may
What's up,
you
Sammy?
may know him from us talking about him already, but you may know him from drawing Jesus. Yeah, the Savior Christ. I wrote that. But he's also got a hell of a sexy, spooky art book out right now on Zoop. Let's bring him out to talk idle hands, Mr. Richard Pace.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. My laptop has been disagreeable. It just froze.
Oh no, I get it.
And then nothing would happen. So
I had to. Okay, let's talk about work. One of my new jobs is to. I just got a raise at Prana. Awesome. Shout out Adam Freeman. I love you. But I just got a raise, and I'm like the content guy, so social media content guy, right? So all of a sudden, anything I post onto Prana yesterday, it instantly deleted, and it says the owner took it down. So for half a second, I think I pissed off my boss. I'm like, what did I do? You know, like, oh God. But I mean, like, I'm typing like test. I hit test down, testy test down. Like, so I can't figure it out. So my coworker Megan Marston, who's amazing, she's like, hey, clear your cache. So I was like, oh, cool, yeah, boom, it starts working. Okay, so I log on to StreamYard today, and then StreamYard's like, oh, dude, no, your camera, nothing. You have to, and I'm like, oh shit, permissions. I got to redo all that. So.
Clear cache.
Good 6 minutes before the live stream's going live, my fucking $1,000 camera's not working. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, and because I don't know if you guys have been watching my return to glory. I started with Riverside. I really wanted to try Riverside. And every week something happened, something weird, something glitchy, something wrong. And so I went back to StreamYard, and it's been great. And like that $5 extra a month is like, I'll fucking spend it. Well, Michael Gecko Adams will spend it. I love you. That's sponsoring the show. But you know, it works so much better. So yeah, I was shocked. Like I log on today and like, oh, your camera's not working, your soundboard's. And I was like, what the fuck? And it's 6 minutes before the show. So I get you, Richard. You're good. I love you. You're a great artist, by the way. Can I just throw that out there? Can I just cradle you and cradle your art and tell you how wonderful it is?
thank you.
I didn't mean to say cradle you. I would. You know, like platonically, if you're having a hard day, if you were having
Smooch you gently as you work.
It's like you were looking at Mark's new script and you're like, damn it, Russell, I don't know how to do it. You know, if you just, we can hang out, chill for a minute. God damn it. I'm sorry. All right. What is
the face of the freeze frame?
I broke it. Oh, goodness.
It was the perfect freeze frame. The purity of the expression was immaculate.
Yeah, I think my laptop might choke and die again soon. So,
real.
I think that's a proper response to Blake in this case.
That's fair. I have that effect on people. Before maybe something.
No,
bad happens,
I think it's me.
You've got this new art book out now called Idle Hands, and it's on Zoop. And your Patreon. You're so good at your Patreon. You do these like wonderfully sexy like the witch series. I love that. And I also loved when you would like post them on Instagram, and Instagram would be like, these are too sexy, and they took them down and got mad at you. But like what prompted you to do this art book? You've been pretty like I've been pretty steady on the Patreon, and it feels like it's treating you well. Like why was like now the time, and you know, why Zoop? Tell us why. What's special about this project? Other than
I did my last book Coven through Zoop, and they were great to work with. I mean, they handle everything for me, so it's really all I got to do is make the book. And I was going to do a Viking horror book this year, but I had a lot of anxiety about the economy coming into this year because, well, who knew that the economy would be going down the toilet right now? Someone kind of was worried about the economy last year when someone got elected. And there's people from Zoop, they're kind of saying, well, you kind of committed to do a book with us this year. I said, well, how about we do a book of all the art of RV drawing? And
no pressure.
No pressure. I mean, it's like, so I'm not like spending 3 months working on something that might just crash and burn on crowdfunding. And so yeah, and I started sorting through my files, and I realized, oh, I got at least 200 pages. Oh, I got at least 250 pages. I went 300-page art book. That's a nice thick art book.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, so I figured, okay, you know what? It's a big chunk of art. It's going to be different enough so it might stand out. And hopefully we'll get as much traction as Coven did. Well, it's doing all right.
You're funded.
Good.
You're funded. You got a week left, so you're gonna get that last little pop.
Yeah.
I also we're gonna scroll down. Oh, you have so much art for sale, dude. I was like angry at all the art you have. I was like, God damn it, because I don't have any money, I can't buy it. But yeah, so this 300 page. This is not just the idle hands. This is a weapon. This is clobbering time.
Well, the entire thing's a play on the old, saying idle hands at the devil's playground. And I figure, well, I'm perpetually drawing. In fact, I just finished tonight's devil for tomorrow. I'm just always drawing, so I don't have idle hands, and I think that the art book kind of proof of that. But
Shout out to showing full bush on Blake's Buzz right now. By the way, we're fucking.
Yeah, we all know that YouTube is gonna kill this stream, right?
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm sorry.
But it's only tiny little droplets of bush.
Yeah, no, okay. So I've done the research on Bush and Ask, but because of Kickstarters and not safe for work covers, and like there was always, some people would be like, why are we censoring butts? And it was like, I always was like, I thought you had, like, if there's no thong, I thought you had, I know it's a very stupid rule, but I always thought you had to like censor the butt if there was no like underwear at all. And I guess you can show butts, and you can even show body, like, I guess, like even like lower body hair. So I don't know, we'll see. We're still live. Fuck you, YouTube.
Oh no, I on Instagram for Instagram and Meta, Instagram's Meta and other socials, I censor everything.
Which is lazy
it's
because Facebook knows I'm like sad and alone. And they're constantly like, buy these sex toys, and they're showing new like, I don't like. It's a very sexual ad. I thought of that because I was like, I've seen so many of you artists like get so mad, or like wow, I'm just like trying to like grow my audience. You guys are like tearing my art down because it's too sexy, and then they're like, yeah, sorry, but like buy this butt plug and we'll like check out this graphic on how to use it. What? It's on my main page, Facebook. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
So I also love this. You got some. You got old deals of Coven. Other than all the art, the awesome art we scrolled through. By the way, all those witches. That's your Patreon stuff, right? Were these the ones from like that you were doing on the Patreon?
You can see them. You can see here, and you can also see them on my Patreon with Bush.
Nice.
Everywhere else, everything gets kind of like the nips get cut off, the pubic hairs disappear. I digitally draw thongs in some of my especially my devil girls.
I remember hearing about
the,
like
auto censors.
Do you guys remember like being a kid and like first finding anime, and then like hearing about how like when the anime comes to America, they like draw bathing suits on all the anime girls because they're all just naked all the time. So like there was basically this rumor that like any anime you liked and watched, there was this secret like Japanese edition where it was just like, it's Gundam Wing, but everybody's just fucking all the time, and you're like, what? We don't get this in America?
That's
I went
bummer.
to private school, so we talked about weird stuff sometimes, but I just always heard that they drew over the naked art when it came to America to like show it on Cartoon Network.
That's probably not the weirdest thing they've done. So
that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, you find out in reality that Japan censors everything more heavily than anything in the West.
Yeah, that threw me for a loop too. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of. We're very lucky here still for now, but like the rest of the world deals with censorship a lot different than America, which is the more you know. Anyway,
senators floated the bill to ban porn in America.
Yeah, like give me a break.
Good luck.
And not only for just the like, I'm a single guy, please don't ban porn, but like, do you know how many people that puts out of a job? And then do you know like, then there's gonna be like, it's almost, I've heard that like doing that will also like open up like new weird like dark sex work portals where you have to like go underground and things aren't protected. People don't get tested anymore.
The alcohol prohibition effect.
Yeah. So I mean, or like when they like tried to when you couldn't get an abortion and you were getting back alley abortions and like women bled to death, or like died from infection. Like I've heard that to some extremes, right? But like basically like ending streaming porn could like do crazy things to like sex trade, trafficking, sex workers. Anyway, so it's crazy. Also check out these awesome variants that Richard has for sale.
We kind of took a tangent there.
I've been trying to like be like, and Richard has all these variants, and I have not found a spot. But I love that all the add-ons you have, the Conan stuff, and then you can get the second. Leave me alone, Luke. Stop it.
Brother, you're so unhinged. I love you so much.
I can't. I'm just I'm hanging on by a thread these days, but and then I was looking at this too, and like I love all the arts. Like you've sold a lot of art already, which is great. Oh, what's up? We got the chat popping off. No, that's the one thing we've not talked about yet. We've hit religion, politics, sex trade, streaming porn, Bush, not the president, the hair, and now we're talking. Now we can talk about. You guys like hot dogs?
We just got a shipment of these hot dogs from some special vendor that we've never had before, and they are primo. They're
whoa! What is this for your campaign or what? You guys giving out hot dogs on the Necromancer?
Should we offer hot dogs?
Yeah, you should.
That would be cool.
I've always heard like Doug Wood, indie comics. Doug Wood. He always like when he did local, because he's a Kansas City guy, and he when he did like signings at shops to take his indie books places, he always brought cupcakes, and so like comic book shops like knew him as like the cupcake guy, so they'd be like, oh yeah, like come on down, he'll bring fucking cupcakes, and he gives everybody comes in, gets comic. Why not hot dogs? Why not?
Sodium.
Yeah,
I mean,
Sodium. That's such a scientist response. What even is this stream, man?
Yeah, Blake's Buzz used to mean something.
Did it? Did it though?
You go to a comic shop, you really just want to put a hot tube of meat in your mouth.
Right? Yeah, like I'm just like,
there you go.
How can I walk into this shop of collectibles and get greasier and just touch stuff? Like, just like. But I mean, the same with cupcakes. I don't like because new age cupcakes. I don't know. I'm gonna go off a little bit. I'm gonna pop off for a second on new age cupcakes. They stack the goddamn icing up this tall. Okay, like I love a good mound of icing like any fat man. Okay, but you can't. You eat it, it gets in your beard, it gets all over your hands, and then you can't even lick your fingers clean because the icing in your beard gets back on your fingers, and then when you try to re-lick those, it's just a circular clusterfuck of icing. Okay? You're putting too much icing on cupcakes, and we're never going to have safe comic book signings because of this.
Oh Lord,
that's the point.
I was not with you.
Good, bring it back.
Now the comic.
Good way.
Now I'm concerned. Yeah, that's true.
Dude, the way you brought it back, it's
good segue. Good segue.
There's a trick though. If you cut the bottom half of the cupcake off and you put it on top, you make a cupcake sandwich.
I've seen the sandwich. I've thought about it, Richard.
But is it the same?
But also, like, you're gonna get like a sloppy burger effect. Where, like, you put a bun on top of a burger, it still just drips out the side. Like, if there's too much frosting.
Then you do the wagon wheel lick and just turn it around.
You gotta just start eating the icing with like a fork or a spoon first until it gets down to a manageable level.
Yeah, like an appetizer.
All right, I'm gonna kill you all by letting you know that here in Italy, cupcakes are not really a thing at all.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they're illegal.
Yeah, but you have real food.
Well, we have actual food, yes, but that's not the point. We have so many you say it in English. My vocabulary. Pastries, yes, but cupcakes are barely ever seen anywhere.
I mean,
so I'm missing out on the experience.
That's all right. That's probably.
I'm missing out on the actually the only time I've seen pastries like cupcakes here in my town was when we have almost every year we have our main town square is turned into a huge marketplace, and we have stalls coming from all over the world for an international event. That's the only time I can see cupcakes coming from England, by the way. So I don't know if they compare from Twitter. They probably do not compare to the English, to the
I'm about to
American ones.
move. I'm about to flee America and be the fucking cupcake king of it.
Come, I'm putting you on the
I
plane
can
with
make
Jason.
A decent cupcake. I mean, it's not great, but I can make a cupcake.
But if they've never had cupcakes,
right, if you've never had a cupcake, and I make you a cupcake from scratch,
It's gonna be the best one for sure.
some buttercream icing.
yeah, you're gonna corner the market.
Yeah, I'm not gonna corner the market. I'm gonna cream it.
I'm probably gonna die eating it, but that's gonna be good.
Cool, because I was gonna be like, I gotta crash at your house for a while I build this cupcake empire.
It's gonna be empty. Just have to hide my body somewhere.
It's crazy. We started the show off by me telling Richard and Luca they should work together, and now we're like, I'm running away and I'm gonna just quit comics and do cupcakes. And you know what? You got to go where life takes you.
You want to get the funny part is I've been talking about coloring pinups for the last couple of weeks by now. So send me pinups. I need some pinups in my veins. I'm bad at it. Let me test myself on it. And now you're publishing on YouTube a whole face list of pinups. So it all comes back.
It's if you want to use it for that, Luca, it's a very expensive coloring book. If you like go buy it on
and then I have to scan them poorly on my printer that doesn't work. Chef kiss quality.
Richard, I wanted to bring up something that you mentioned because, and I'm going to tie this back in with the boys here because
I'm gonna look forward to that.
But you mentioned how like Zoop, and I know this about them as well. They cater to you, right? They handle things for you. They're like, we'll deal with the printers. Sometimes they help you get press. They do all these things and take a lot of pressure off of like you said. Like I just got to kind of draw the thing. Is that how they kind of brought, like, was that like their sales pitch that brought you over, like when you did the last art book with them and it obviously delivered because you stayed there? Have you done other crowdfunding where it was more like you're just out there in the weeds?
Years ago, before it was early, I think it was like the second or third year Kickstarter existed. I did a Kickstarter and it was modestly successful. And I was looking at all the stuff I had to do, and I got approached by a company who was offering to do basically everything that Zoop's offering to do. And they'd do it for a cut, and I signed a contract with them. And right off the bat, they started messing around with the contract. I said, no, you've broken their contract already. We got to stop this. And long story short, turned out it was a company that was started by a law firm, one of several small companies, just for like side hustles to like generate side income. And they said, no, you can't break the contract with us because we're committed to this. And even though we're going to deliver a product that's way inferior to what you committed to your backers, we're going to sue you till we get all your money. And essentially ate up everything I got from the Kickstarter, and I went deeply into the red before they agreed to settle. And I basically, I think Kickstarter earned around $7,000 at the time, so it's probably like $10,000, $12,000 nowadays dollars.
Wow.
And I think at the end of it, I was about $5,000 in the hole. And then it was just like somehow with the 2008 crash, with the last Trump administration and all the economic stuff with that and COVID, every time it looked like I was getting ahead. In fact, one time I actually put down money with the publisher that was competing with Print Ninja, and they immediately went out of business. So I lost my deposit on that. So every time I thought I was getting close to getting this thing off my back, it wasn't happening. So part of what's making this book, this book 300 pages, is the work that was going to be in that Kickstarter is going in this 300-page book. So the people that originally backed that essentially 64-page book are now going to get a 300-page book to compensate for waiting.
Whoa.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah.
That'll shut up the haters.
They're probably mostly dead by now.
Well, the law firm, we hope so.
Well, we know a necromancer too, so we can help out.
That's true. These guys.
There you go. The company that started it folded within a year of my signing the contract. So the
Good
company I
riddance.
signed the contract with was already folded by the time I had settled.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I
Yeah,
was telling people
I
to
could
sign with
see-
them. We're good
Cool.
around.
So was there any, because of your experiences with, you know, with companies like that and services like that, was there any hesitancy when Zoom like was given? I don't. Zoom is amazing and they do come through on their promises. But what I'm trying to say is like when they were like, oh, we'll do this and this and this, was there like a thing where you were like, okay, guys, I've heard this before, or, you know, like was there like a hesitancy? Because there still is a hesitancy from a lot of creators to make the move from Kickstarter to Zoop, or just like from Kickstarter to BackerKit launch or BackerKit Live and stuff. You know, like they there's like a hesitancy to leave the big monster Kickstarter, right?
Well, basically, as soon as they did the pitch, I was non-committal, and then I asked around. I talked to some people who did campaigns. Everyone had great word of mouth through Zoop. I think Kickstarter is a way to get a home run if you get the right amount of visibility at the start, and word of mouth is good at the start. I think your ceiling is a lot higher. But I think Zoop is a lot more consistent. Just the fact that I'm working with them, there's so many Kickstarters I backed where something happened on the creator end and the book never happened. And since Zoop collects the money, that book happens. So I mean,
Nice. Yeah, I know they do great. They do great on fulfillment, and I've talked to the guys, and when my show was popping a while back and regular, they used to send guests over a lot. But so yeah, like I know they're good, but they're still even with like people love the guys, people love the platform, and people like Richard are out there saying like, you know, they take good care of me, and they're still like same with. I mean, there's been a few. Leslie Julian did. It was called like Backer or something. It wasn't BackerKit. It was like Crowdfunder. No, that's the bad people. Anyway, there was another one that a friend of the show who's going to come on in a couple weeks, but they kind of keep popping up these little crowdfunders, and you know, some of them are run by kind of nefarious people, so you got to kind of like watch who you're backing, and so I kind of see like why people are just like, let's stick to the big ones. But it does seem to be like it's Kickstarter and Zoop. I mean, there's Indiegogo, right? But most of us stay away.
Indiegogo is the other big one. I had a question. Does Zoop do? Is it always all or nothing like Kickstarter is, or do they do like partial? Like, 'cause I think Indiegogo is like you just get the money that you raise even if you don't meet your goal or whatever.
Zoop, I think, is all or nothing, but they're very flexible.
They'll extend campaigns too.
Yes, they'll extend campaigns, and there's also a neat little thing they did with Coven.
Yeah.
Sorry. When the books were on the way back from the printer, we opened the campaign again for people to pop in to basically say, well, the book's printed, it's on its way back. Your window for waiting is now incredibly short. And I think we picked up an extra 30, 40 backers.
Nice.
Oh, good.
And that, like, I think it was a 1 week window.
Yeah.
They did that with Full Tilt. Jason Copeland's big graphic novel. Like they ended up like, I don't know if they got extra ones printed or something, but that like after the book shipped, they like opened up sales, and you could even get like remarked editions, like kind of like a second shot at remarked editions and stuff. So yeah, everybody's kind of doing that though, which I don't like Indiegogo, but everybody who used Indiegogo, that's what they liked about it, was the storefront after the campaign ends, which we're seeing now with late backers on Kickstarter or like the BackerKit storefronts and stuff. Zoop, like Richard's talked about, Zoop's played around with it a little bit. So yeah, which I do think is important, because I know you guys need to get funded, and I know that's what crowdfunding is for. But, and we talk about this every show I've been on, and I bet you guys hear it every campaign from some friend or family member or coworker or comic accomplice, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't even know Neighbor Necromancer was live. I'm totally missed it." You know, someone's always going to say that.
That actually makes me feel a little bit better, because I'm constantly blasting social media. Like, I don't stop posting from the moment we launch. And I always get a concern that like people are like, he's just spamming it, and I'm just going to mute him because I'm sick of seeing it. But then I meet people who are like, yeah, I didn't see any of those posts. So like,
Yeah.
oh good. So like, what I'm doing is okay.
I'm glad all my hard work didn't
Right?
pay off.
Yeah.
I post
Dylan,
twice a day and I'm worried
stole,
about oversaturation.
Yeah. Right.
I
And
stole your tactic.
How
Dylan.
often do you post?
Me?
Every day.
Yeah. Multiple times every day.
Yeah.
Multiple times. So 2 is not excessive. So I'm being,
Yeah, no, I mean,
scared.
like there will be moments where like I'll refresh the page and it'll be like we went up another $50. I'm like, hey, we're up another $50. Who
Yeah.
wants to like
Yeah.
like just basically update? I mean, yeah, between the three of us, it's probably like
Yeah, we're all reposting
it's
whatever
probably
each one
like
posts.
30 to 40 a day, like combined.
Wow.
Like, I don't
Some-
know.
Sometimes it can be that, especially if we have a productive day and like we're seeing. And it also when people share it after they back it,
Yeah.
like they'll do the share thing, like, hey, I just backed My Neighbor Necromancer on Kickstarter at necrocomic.com or whatever. And then like I'll go to on Twitter. I'm still fucking calling it Twitter. I'll go on Twitter, on Blue Sky, or Instagram or whatever, and I'll search My Neighbor Necromancer and go to latest and like find the people who have been tweeting about it, and then retweet those and repost those and comment on them and stuff. And so I'm just trying to get engagement any way we can.
Yeah.
That's smart.
We please the algorithm as much as we can.
Oh, you
And then
only
still
please the
people are
algorithm
like-
by paying them money.
What's that?
You only please the algorithm by paying it money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so.
I'll do anything but that.
I posted a sandwich. You were our last time we talked because I loved your Kickstarter marketing because it was like normal day shit. You're like, well, waking up, going to work, walking the dog. Hey, Kickstarter's live. And it was like, oh man,
Have you heard the news?
had dinner with the buddies. Check out this food. Hey, Kickstarter's live. And I was like, that's fucking smart. Everything you post is like normal internet shit that people want. They want to see what you eat and do during the day, right? For some reason.
Right.
And then you're reminding them, hey, Kickstarter's live. And I was like, oh, so I posted a sandwich I made today and I was like, hey, made this
Kickstarter live.
mortadella sandwich. I was like, going live tonight. Link in
Yeah.
the
Look,
bio.
we have 30 days to get this founded. So after 30 days, you won't hear from me as usual ever. So
Yeah, I
get
like
your
that.
fool about it.
I like to weaponize my pets, my dog and stuff.
As you should.
The internet always has and always will love pets, and so it's like,
Yes.
oh yeah, this is my dog Rudy. He's out laying by the tree out there. I'm probably thinking about My Neighbor Necromancer. It's on Kickstarter if you want to back it.
Coco always looks sad. And so I've been thinking about like having
Coco is sad because you haven't backed My Neighbor
Yeah,
Necromancer.
so you haven't backed because I haven't. I have not. I'm a poor piece of shit. I'm sorry.
I didn't know
I
you
have,
did.
I have to have them on once a year to read the comic for free. All right, I'm putting the work in. But Coco always looks so sad, and so I've been thinking of like saving like the empty boxes of treats and like taking pictures of like her with like empty, and being like, oh, should have subscribed to Blake's Buzz.
Oh
Like,
no! Oh man!
look what happens when you don't support indie.
Weaponize your
content.
pits.
I told my buddy to do that with his new baby. Like my buddy Anthony did a Kickstarter for Super Guy, and he had this new cute baby, and I'm like, dude, weaponize her, like put her on the fucking campaign. She's not gonna remember
Tattooed
it. She's not gonna remember like
Put that baby in a social media mech suit.
right.
And let her
Just
go
put
wild.
a sticker on her forehead. I love that.
QR code all her clothes.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's good. That's really. Oh my god.
Yeah,
The
it's-
QR code comes from one of my friends. She said, "Oh, you have the T-shirt. Every time you walk around, why don't you put a QR code on your back?" You know that's actually smart.
yeah, no, it is smart. Speaking of smart, you guys got a real smart book here.
Hey.
Segues. You guys are 107. Like, yeah, it's still right about 50%. Still got a ways to go, but you've had a good. You're about what 10 days in? You're sort of your first week.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We're
coming
much.
up on $7,000, 174 backers. So we're looking good.
not bad at all. We're farther along right now than we have been at this point in any of our previous campaigns, which is the goal because we're trying to build a following, a community around it. So it seems like it's doing okay.
How's that working? Like, is this your third campaign?
Yep.
In regards to like booking press, these social media tactics, things like that. do more people share your do like more people following you because of this? More people
Well,
liking and sharing the posts? Maybe is it getting easier?
I don't know about that. I don't know if I see much growth on social media from it, but the community who backs the book continue. We get more and more repeat backers every time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
By the way, this is the page I
feels
talked about earlier about the like wordless adventure page, which is it looks like this like Tolkien-esque map.
Yeah, so
I
yeah,
loved it.
It's whimsy.
Yeah, the concept behind that, if anyone doesn't know, is so the MacGuffin of My Neighbor Necromancer is that the evil necromancer Rackus is looking for a map that leads to the literal right hand of death itself. And so in most of the issues, Jesse travels to a new place within this strange world. And so we get to see a section of the map of that world. So there's going to be 4 total. We did the first one last issue. This issue, there's a second piece, and so total there's going to be 4 pieces that you can collect and have. And then maybe in the end we'll do one big one. Maybe we won't.
I was gonna say, like, what happens in the end? Like a big big carpet, a giant back now.
Yeah.
Actually,
back
yeah,
now,
maybe
get
we
a
could,
6 foot by 9 foot rug.
you know what? We could do a blanket. That might be kind of fun.
That would be kind of cool.
I mean, we can always size it too. The maps don't need to be equal to the combined 4 sizes.
It's true.
So we can make it as big as we want it to be.
What I got to ask, we got a radical change in art on some of these sample pages. What's the story behind this, fellas?
Yeah, so if you scroll up to the previous one, so in this little section here, Jesse and Cyrano are traveling to the body farm. They get this strange invitation from the man who runs the body farm, and Cyrano knows that if you get an invitation from the body farmer, you don't turn down that invitation. So they're on their travels, and Jesse's she's practicing her spells, and she's trying to talk to death itself. And Cyrano has to explain to her that, like, that's not possible. You can't talk to death. And she says, why not? She says, because death died a long time ago. And so now then we wanted to do this cool, like a flashback segment, where Cyrano is explaining the last days of death, and how
you see death die.
You see death die
With this art? Fuck off, guys. That's so cool.
It's going to be sick. And so, Jack Foster's a good friend of ours. And I'd been looking for a reason to have him on a book for the longest time.
I bet a lot of people will now after seeing
for
this.
real.
This
Like,
is awesome.
go hire Jack Foster immediately, because if you're not, you're missing out. Because he's incredible. Look at these pages. Look at Death's face.
Yeah,
it's so.
Yeah, that was my
cool.
favorite panel.
Jack sent us a page and sent Jason. I can't believe. I'm sorry, Luca. I haven't shared it with you yet, and I feel like a bad partner.
You monster!
I'm so sorry. But Jack shared a new couple panels. And I told Jason and Jack straight up, like, I'm not putting this for sale. I'm not putting this on.
I'm keeping them.
This is mine. I'm putting this on my wall. So Jack is doing this 4-page flashback segment where we're going to see death die, and then a lot of those panels are going to be put up on the Kickstarter as rewards. I'm putting them up as he finishes them, so there's sort of new stuff to promote, new stuff to put up there, new stuff to check out on there all the time.
Hey.
That's awesome.
Gavin.
I love that shocked me, and that's amazing.
Yeah, and we also, if you scroll back up for a second, we just added, or no, not that far. Go back.
We had these tombstone unlocks.
So we now have tombstones for backer numbers. For each backer, 200 backers, we get new sticker.
Part of the thing that we talked about how often we post on social media, where it's like, oh, we got 163 backers, like, who's gonna get us to 164? But like, it always feels like, and we do it all the time because we want people to do it, but like, it always feels kind of hollow. Like, why should the people care if we get to 164 instead of 163? And now there's a reason. Like, if people, the more people that jump on, the more free stuff people get, and we want people to be excited about that.
Yeah.
So I recently found out on BackerKit, like if you run your campaign on BackerKit and their storefront, they have implemented something like this in the system. So like you can do, they're like push stretch goals, but like if 75 people follow the campaign, we can unlock this. If I think you can even make like Instagram profiles and stuff and link it. So you could like, if 50 people follow the neighborhood. Oh, I did it.
You did it. You did it.
Son of a bitch. The people. Oh my God. 45 minutes. I made it 45 whole goddamn minutes. Oh, but if people like follow that page on Facebook or Instagram, it counts and logs it. If you share it from the backer kit page. So if we get 20 shares during the campaign, so it's Kickstarter and backer kit have been doing very interesting things where a lot of the like behind the scene backer kit stuff isn't as great as Kickstarter is, right? Like the live campaign things, right? It's still tailored for like your online shop kind of after the fact, or it's still great for handling shipping, even though a lot of people don't like paying shipping after, but whatever, we're not getting into that. But it's still, but they've been playing this game where like as each backer kit is trying to get more people to join its platform. And so they're coming up with more stuff like this, more engagement tactics for the creators, how to get people into the campaigns more than a pledge, right? It's an experience.
The fact that like you can create profiles on different social media sites, and if they follow that profile, then it counts as a follower for the campaign.
I think I may be true, totally full of shit.
Awesome. That's cool if true.
Yeah. So, they are doing stuff like that. But if you also see, like, Kickstarter has a pledge manager now. Why? Because they don't want people using backer kit's pledge manager. You can do shipping post campaign inside of Kickstarter now. So
we're doing it.
They keep trying to, like, backer kit tries to do fancy stuff, and then Kickstarter kind of like sees what people like, and they're bringing they're implementing it like little by little.
Healthy competition. How strange in this time and age,
right?
Yeah, we opted to do the part. The primary reason we're using the Kickstarter, the pledge manager, is because we were able to charge shipping after the fact with it. And we hate doing it. We don't want to do it. We talked a lot about this, and as a backer, I've backed well over 100 Kickstarters at this point, and I hate it when they charge it afterwards, because it's like a hidden fee. I have no idea how much that's going to be, and now you're going to charge me whatever. But then shipping rates changed like a week before our Kickstarter started, and we're like, I have no idea now how much it's going to cost me or us or anyone to ship a book just over the border to Canada. Like, it could be anything. I did the research, and I found sort of general ranges, but like, it's
how long it's gonna last.
And it happened so quickly, and so like we felt, I don't know, it felt also disingenuous. It felt kind of scummy to just like jack up the shipping rate, and then maybe you're going to get way overcharged for shipping. Who knows? Like, because we haven't had time to properly vet how much it's going to cost one item versus another over the border.
Yeah.
And so we made these things because we just want to charge people how much it's going to cost, and we're not going to overcharge them. We're not going to undercharge them, but we don't want people to pay more money than they would otherwise. And so one
good thing about charging shipping after the campaign, if you do it honestly, okay, there are people that will use it as a tactic to squeeze water from the rock, right? But like, if you do it honestly, it is the most accurate way to get the most competitive shipping prices for your backers.
Right.
So like, I mean, if you do it, if you're like, and I know you're good dudes, right? So like, if you're like, hey, it's gonna cost like probably around this much, but after the campaign, we'll get you like an exact amount, and it like should be less. Like, if you're honest about it and you try and do it the right way, especially your international backers, because that can save them tons of money if you do it post campaign, and kind of wrap that up in a different way.
What I can also do is what I'm hoping to do. I got to find a way, the best way to do it. But I ship most of my stuff through. I ship most of our stuff. I keep saying to me like I'm the only one doing it. I ship most of our stuff through Pirate Ship, and like, even if you do a batch shipment, it will generate the cost of each individual shipment for you and like make an individualized receipt. And so I'd like to send those to the backers so that they can see, hey, this is how much this thing costs.
Mm.
And by pirate ship, he literally means a pirate on a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be Pirate Bay, and now they've no. It's a bad joke. It's a bad joke.
I'm with you. I grew up in the early 2000s.
We've been there.
I ruined family computers. I've ruined them.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Grandma died and they couldn't call us because I was downloading Eminem Marshall Mathers LP? Sorry, Grandma. That didn't happen. But I
felt very specific.
Could have.
yeah, my grandma,
specific,
they died way after Marshall Mathers came out.
I was justifying the lawsuit.
How is that information in your mind?
I equate everything on when and where it is based on the Marshall Mathers LP.
Are you serious?
Americans will do anything to not use the metric system.
Well, that's a fair point, actually. Yes.
Oh my god, that's so true.
I don't even know when the Marshall Mathers LP came out. I'd have to Google it.
Okay, that's
I'm
fair.
pretty sure my grandma was alive.
I hope
Probably.
so.
I don't know. We don't know. You guys want to hear about we could talk about my dead grandmas. I know that's what we're.
If she was at the launch of the
She can have a
box
cameo. She'll have a cameo in the next book.
in the 8th mile,
if given the option, bring back one
Your
of my
grandma?
dead, which one of them was like racist, but would tell you she voted for Obama and like because she thinks he's a good one, and but it was like I was like, God damn it, Grandma, and she would also, oh my God, she fucked up me and my sister. Like I love my grandma, like she would die for us, right? But she would be like, my sister and I, she'd be like, you guys are fat. You're getting fat, and people just don't love fat people. Go in the kitchen and get some cookies. And it was like, what is happening? I'm gonna eat the cookies now. Because you told me to, and I'm sad. But anyway, that's how we grew up, which is why that's why this live show is related. But then my other grandma was like very, very, very like almost scary religious. Like used to be really cool. Had a seizure. Said she saw the devil when she had the seizure, and that the seizure happened like it was the devil trying to get her. And basically, if this is true, the devil was in my front yard when I was a tiny child. But anyway,
Cool.
like I still remember like the ambulance coming to get her is fucking gnarly. She had the seizure in her front yard. But after that, like, dude, we used to go see movies and stuff together, like her and I, and all that stopped. Like
Eminem concerts.
Yeah, we used to.
She's a wicked rapper.
She loved Eminem. But we used to go see movies and stuff, and then she quit. She quit watching movies, quit being into that. It was all church, and then she got cancer, right? And so she got like what I guess is, I thought this was an offensive term, but they called it like, they were like chemo brain, and I was like, that sounds like we shouldn't say it. You know, like it's like, ugh, like cancer is bad enough. We shouldn't talk about anyway. But like, she was kind of loopy, right, and different, and because she was dying and getting chemo. But my sister's ex-boyfriend, it's Christmas morning at brunch. And they're not married, right? But they're living together. And I mean, like, we're all sitting around eating biscuits and gravy. And my grandma's like, Sarah Jason, or her name was Jameson. She's like, Sarah Jameson, I love you both, but I want you to know you're going to hell because you're fornicating and you're not married and living together. And we're all just like, fucking A, Merry Christmas. So knowing this, would Jesse bring back which of my dead grandmothers? You have to answer this, all of you. Which of my dead grandmothers would Jesse bring back?
I'm going for the Obama one.
Pretty sure my dad is crying in the other room. He's like, I miss my mom. No, that's not happening. All right, so the sort of racist but voted for Obama. All right, that's fair. I go with that. Grandma Morgan. She taught me how to make fried bologna and cheese sandwiches, which I still eat to this day.
Yeah. I'm gonna give a non-answer. So the type of necromancy that Jesse and Cyrano do is based on the relationship that you have with the dead. The dead have to agree to come back, and so you sort of have to build a relationship with them. So it's whichever one is cool with Jesse.
Yeah.
So not the racist one. Yes.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't want to put it that way, but
that definitely throws one grandma out. All right, I'm sorry. I guarantee whatever you guys want to say about my show, I guarantee you the rest of your press circuit, no one's going to ask you which dead grandmother would be resurrected. in your comic book. But
I mean, it's a new question. We didn't heard.
Richard, which of Blake's dead grandmas would you resurrect in your book?
which of my dead
Well, I have an
grandmothers
important
would you make a
prerequisite
sexy
question.
witch?
Now, if you brought them back from the dead, would they be intact from their healthiest period, or would they be exactly like they were just as they were dying?
That was my assumption. I made
don't
that
know how
assumption.
magic works. I was raised Catholic, so I don't.
Oh, there's lots of magic in Catholicism. I was raised Catholic too.
They told us it was bad. Like when Harry Potter came out, they were like, no.
It was wild to me. So I have family members too who are extremely religious, and they won't allow their kids to watch Harry Potter because there's magic in it, and magic is the devil or whatever. But like their kids are all about Lord of the Rings. And I know it's because like Tolkien was also a Christian. I think that probably makes it okay in some way. But like I was like,
Smoke
Lord
and
of the Rings is
mirrors.
so much more violent and crazy than Harry Potter ever was. And so I never understood the distinction for it. But
Yeah,
maybe
my
they
seventh grade
knew.
teacher read us The Hobbit aloud. Like we would have like meditation reading time, and but like I remember like a lot of us complained about it. We're not fucking kids, don't read to us. But then it was like, dude, we're laying down in the dark listening to Mrs. Fuller read us The Hobbit instead of doing school.
That's
Like
cool.
this is dope. Like shut up, let her read us The Hobbit.
God, that sounds, I would pay so much money for that right now.
Right? Yeah. Like
Facts.
it was like soothing and cool. And you know what? Because of teachers like that, look at what I do now. I work in publishing. All I do is like love indie comics book. Like I love to read. I don't know exactly how to do this yet, but I'm trying to like start. Like I'm trying to figure out how to do stuff with libraries and like Hoopla and library cards and just promote reading and because I feel like the only way to really they're going to ban books, right? I can't stop you from banning a book. I can't stop you from telling your kid that reading is dangerous. But I could do that, right? I could remind you how to get cool books. I could remind you that libraries are free and everywhere, and you can get a library card for free. You don't even have to leave your house. You can get books on Libby and Hoopla and movies and audiobooks, and you don't have to leave your house. And so
Which is great.
If you're at a university or a high school or a grade school and you lost access to some really phenomenal literature because of some real stupid reasons, there's great ways to get that. And so, yeah, I'm trying to do that more, but I don't know how. And I have to like figure out how to do that, like in between scheduling shows and running 5 Kickstarters and a day job and all this fun stuff. Right. So, but yeah, like books are amazing. And, we don't make fun of people for reading. And back these guys' Kickstarters, even though Richard's book doesn't have a lot of words in it. But that's a lie because it actually does have.
But
some
he
words
does
in it.
have tits.
And yes, there are a plethora of titties, bushes, and magical creatures.
There's actually going to be a lot of writing in this book.
Oh, nice. What is okay? What kind of writing do you include in an art book? Like essays from you? Or?
There's going to be a section on my influences, so I'm going to be writing about how I incorporated influences in my own work and how I view them. So it's like I got permission from like people like Mike Mignola and a bunch of other artists I admired. I get to write nice things about them.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool, yeah.
Having some samples of the work in the book as I talk about it. I'm going to be talking. There's going to be a section about when I talk about my length of my career, like I started in the 90s. I'm going to talk about the shit I really wish I knew when I started.
There you go, yeah.
And also how much the industry's changed and what I wish I learned more about the modern industry that took me a while to catch up to. And then I'm also going to be talking about the working experience with different projects over my career. Like what I was thinking about when I did this cover, what it was like to work with this writer or this editor. I find that I really want to have it be more of a companion to other artists who want to walk the same path. So,
would you say this is a way that you are trying to stray from a traditional art? Because we're seeing a lot of art books right now, which I think is a great thing, because and people love them, right? Look at the numbers on a lot of these campaigns. Look at what Oh, Clover? Is it? Are they the ones doing all the Marvel art books right now?
Yeah.
But like the stuff they're doing, Oni LaRosa's got a new art book out right now, and so people are hungry for them, and people love them, whether they are industry icons or like someone who's been doing Kickstarter covers for a few years, like Flops, right? Like so, they're hungry for it, but at the same time, you got a lot of. It's not like I hate calling it competition, right? But there's a few other art book campaigns live, right? And you have to be cognizant of that. And so is including some of like your personal narrative in this, like turning an art book into a journey kind of thing. Is that your way to differentiate this from what else is out there?
It's a big part of it. I mean, I have a vast collection of art books, and basically when the artist's been dead for a certain period of time, there's a little biography, and that's all you get. And if it's a contemporary art book, you might get like an introduction, maybe from the artist himself saying, "Oh, I painted these covers, and I made money," and that's about it. And then you just got 200 pages of paintings or drawings. And I just kind of went, well, that's it. You flip through the book, and then maybe you flip through it again once or twice in the future. And then again when you want to swipe something that you really like. But I kind of said, you know what, okay, I did these covers for example, Imaginary Themes. Tim Seeley really, really liked my work and got me my first gig at Vertigo after wanting to work there for almost 20 years.
Wow.
And the work experience was really great, and it directly led to my doing Second Coming. So I figured incorporate some of that information so there's some context for the art I'm doing. And my approach to not just traditional media like drawing in pencil or charcoal and paint has changed dramatically over like the 30 years I've been bopping around doing this shit. I'm going to be talking about that, and also my approach to digital color has changed vastly over that time. So it's like, yeah, like I'll say, oh, when I started doing these, I started doing this type of filter because I like what it does to the colors and how it like desaturates and enriches and gives them like these little elements. And talking about that, while it might seem like a small thing, but talking about that consistently through the entire book, I think is going to make it more of a like someone's going to return to it and say, oh, I remember those covers he did for that second arc, the Second Coming. What was he thinking about that? Oh yeah, that's what he was thinking. So
That's cool, dude. I dig that. Yeah. I dig that a lot. I'm working on an art book right now at work. We're doing the book of Jusco, Joe Jusco's stuff, and it's really cool. And I'm stressed because like it's fucking Joe Jusco. Like I'm working. Like what am I doing on this campaign, guys? I don't know. Like it's not. Joe's not running. I'm not working with Joe. It's his art. It's like, but yeah. Anyway, but it's a cool book, and it's like the people we've talked to about. It's just like if you have an art book and you're a good artist, the marketing people are hungry for it. Like they'll be like, shit, we might help. I'm sure Richard, you had conversations with Zoop of the same shit. Like it's a great time for art books right now, and it's especially like a 300-page monster, especially with the back matter and stuff you're including. And like I said, we've all seen you did well with your art sales, guys. I wanted to bring this in earlier, and we got obviously sidetracked like we do every 5 seconds. But when we were talking about Zoop compared to Kickstarter, and you guys were talking about the things you all do, and you're a great team and you're working together. But the social media, the daily social media posts, finding your own press, reaching out to people, whether it's me or Sammy or Joe Rogan. I came back. That's how you do it. That's how you fucking podcast. Anyway, but whether it's,
you want to know something?
What?
When you said I owe my teacher my interest in, and you started mentioning something, I was thinking about you're going back to Joe Rogan now.
And he right through you because I stayed wholesome.
And then you didn't, and so I shut up. But now that you did, I am coming back.
But has that crossed your mind? It's different now. You'd have to think about the audience you're building on Kickstarter, right? But when you have other crowdfunding outlets that are like, we could do this for you, we could help you with this, we could has that been a chat amongst the group, or are you guys like, are you anchored in Kickstarter and feeling good there?
I don't think we've had too many conversation about outside services, mostly because those outside services cost money. And I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but our budget for our goal for issue 3 is not a measly goal. It's already significant enough, and so we're trying to make the best book we possibly can without making it unobtainable. And so finding outside sources to do those things, like it's a lot more work to do it yourself, but I think in the end it can be more rewarding. There was a time a while ago, I think we might have talked about this very briefly, but there was someone who did publicity for me when I did a book called Sweetheart Forever Ago. Her name's Melissa Mazzaro. She does a PR company to hide PR. And I reached out to her about a year ago to see how she was doing, and she seems like she's doing great, and she does really good work. And so I think about maybe reaching out to her and seeing if we can do something there. But yeah, the short answer is no. We don't really mess with outside publicity stuff. We just try and brute force it ourselves.
Homebrew.
Yeah.
Nice.
We are all DIY.
I feel dirty because I'm the guy who's like sneaking around. I'm not like the guy in your emails that's like, I see you have Kickstarter, help fund. I'm not that guy. Okay, I'm not like I can speak English and I'm not gonna like take your money.
Oh my god,
and
run. the bots.
Yeah, I'm not a bot.
Every year that we do this, the bots get more and more aggressive. Like the moment we launched, I got probably 10 or 15 emails.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've noticed those managing the campaigns. I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. Because when people pay you to go through those, like you guys probably know, right? You get a vibe. You're like, this is spam, this is spam, this is spam. If I'm being paid to manage a campaign, I have to like read every message, right? And make sure, like, oh, okay, this is that same spam. But no, it's aggravating because you're like, trying to stay on top of comments and messages and do your customer service shit. And these guys are like, give us money. I will say I've never like reached out. Like every time I've been hired on a campaign, like people came to me, which is still weird. I don't really understand.
You're good at what you do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's weird because like I need money. Obviously we all do. We need to live. But like, and I like working in comics, but it's, I never realized that like I would be so anchored into Kickstarter. And then even now at the new job, Prana, like we're starting to do some more Kickstarter stuff. And we even did like some Kickstarter streams this week to like talk about crowdfunding and stuff. And we're thinking about ways to like how the crowdfunding market and the retail market can like coexist kind of. So like, it's just, I was just always going to be a part of me. And it's weird because even, you know, this whole thing started covering Kickstarters because, like, at the time, no one was really doing it. It was really hard for people for like Kickstarters to get press. Now it's a different animal, right? And you have like icons going to Kickstarter having monster campaigns, like, and so you know now back in the day, man, it was when you're reaching out about a Kickstarter and no one knew you, and no one wants to talk about your book. Like no one's gonna give a fuck about the press release, even if it's written well and has a cool cover, like. So so I was like, this is cool. Let's work with indies and but I don't feel dirty because I know I do good work and I try really hard for people. And my bosses will tell me that I should not think that because I do enough work for people. But I think the reason people hire me is because I always think I'm not doing enough. So I'm always like, oh, I'm like, I'll do this. You can't get rid of me. You know, which history has shown you can get rid of me, but hopefully people regret it when they do.
No, they won't.
The necromancy theme, like you're always coming back from the dead.
That's true.
We do have a connection with you, so we can actually bring you back.
Like you get stronger every time you do it, too.
That's true. If I die, you guys will bring me back because I have a good relationship with your comic, and I love Jesse and Bibbits. All right, well at least I'm sort of safe. I keep eating hot dogs. That's all that matters. I just keep scarfing them dogs. I'm sorry. You take 7 minutes of my life, 30 minutes, okay? You take 5 hours every hot dog I eat. You're not taking the joy of eating hot dogs away from me. All right? You're not doing it. You're not doing it, America. For God. Anyway, sorry. Don't smite me. Wouldn't that be crazy if I like went off on God live and like the power went out? Fuck
Your
you guys.
For the hot dogs. No less.
Behind you.
I'll eat hot dogs forever. I don't know if
I wanna-
my family
I wanna
loves me.
I want to reel back real quick, just
Yeah.
for a moment, because I don't know, I'd be a bad person. I feel like if I didn't mention it, but the other thing that we rely really heavily on, and I think one of the unsung heroes of Kickstarter promotions is the other creators on Kickstarter. Like
True.
there's an entire vibrant community of creators on Kickstarter who like if your campaigns kind of vibe with each other, like we'll do cross promotions, and like cross promotions are one of the feel like the core tenets of trying to do promotions and stuff. Like I'll reaching out to people, like I'll promote stuff that like don't even agree to do cross promotion with. Like if I see a book that I think is cool and I want people to know about it, like I'll plug it on our updates and stuff, and then like you kind of get what you give, you get back what you give out, kind of a thing. And
Yeah.
and the Kickstarter, the community of creators on Kickstarter are incredibly supportive, and like I don't think a lot of us could do what we do without the support of other people.
I love the community. It's very strong. The community and the community's done a lot for like me and my family, like fucking crazy shit, right? So, yeah, so it's phenomenal, and I love like because like I do most of the updates on the campaigns I run, right? So like I'll look around, or if I like know who's running campaigns, or like if I know like people got like 3 days. So, but I never like. I always do them. Like I'll do the update and then I'll send the link. I'll be like, "Hey, we threw in our update," you know, and everybody's like, "Oh, dude," you know, and it's just like everybody's always so appreciative, and then they return the favor. And I don't know the metrics on it. I can't tell you like the hard metrics of what empathy does to a nerd community, but I'm pretty sure it's not bad. Or I'm pretty sure you're not going to
Anything
lose
is good.
backers. So that's just my thing. But I agree. I do. Is that community? Richard, I know you're having internet problems, man. So like, if this doesn't work, it's okay. But like, do you miss that community? Can
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so
is
it's
the
just the video
community
thing.
on Zoop?
There is
like,
no community on Zoop.
Okay.
They don't have, as far as I can tell, they don't have enough campaigns going at the same time to actually have any sort of like essentially genre crossover.
Oh yeah.
Or sympathetic audiences. I do eagerly repost a lot of Kickstarters that I like. But I think because I'm in Zoop, I think a lot of Kickstarters kind of look at it and say, "Well, should I repost it?" And they don't. So it's a little isolating on that level. So.
Do you mind it? Do you like are you a lone wolf, Richard, roaming the forest, drawing naked chicks in the bush?
I was kind of hoping that Zoop would grow much faster than it has. But I think because there's like so many platforms now, and I mean, it was just like, I think last year I saw 2 artists I really, really liked. They used another platform I have never seen before or since. And I didn't even really understand the way you supported them. Like I was looking at where the money goes directly to them, so they get the money no matter what. But there was like no real metric for whether or not you were going to understand if they got the project funded. And I was just like, why did they choose that? And yeah, so it's like I choose Zoop because I think from a practical standpoint, I'm not a shipper. I'm not a production guy, even though I studied production when I went to art school. Having these people right there that can like basically, they're already talking to the printer. They have a relationship with the printer. They already know the shipping. They already know they have the distribution network set up. I just need me and my design production guy here, and then everything's good. That makes it simpler for me. And I just, honestly, I really thought more creators would be in the same spot as me. But now that, I mean, honestly, since I did Zoop, I've had weird experiences with these. A lot of them are like, they seem to be like comic shops who run people's Kickstarters on the side. And they say, oh, we'll do what Zoop does, but cheaper, and we'll do it on Kickstarter, so they have a bigger audience. And I'm like, that's kind of a shitty thing to say to somebody who's actually had a good relationship with the company. I'm a little
That's a
old-fashioned
bold
on that.
claim.
Yeah. So it's like I think Zoop's going to grow. I'm going to stay there unless they change dramatically, or the market forces me to change. I mean, like next year, assuming everything goes well, next year I'm going to do We Bring Only Death by Viking horror book with it. And
I almost thought you said, Richard, I thought you were going to say next year, if there is a next year. I was like, that's what you were about to say. I was like,
I'm
dude.
I'm 57, guys. There may not be a next year for me.
Oh, you're too young to say that, man.
Dude, I don't know if there's going to be a next year for fucking America, dude. Like, it's fucking weird over here, dude. Like, oh, anyway. No, but I do understand. I understand like the appeal of the production assistants and stuff. I was gonna. So are you and a graphic designer are building the book, like the page layouts and stuff? I didn't know if like you were if you were doing that yourself or had some help there or not.
I basically lead on the design, and then my friend Aaron Burr does the nitty gritty.
Nice.
And it's really great because it's a great communication. I mean, we took forever. I mean, there's a weird little like last minute rush to do this book because Zoop says, hey, we'd really like to get this book out in the summer. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of work. It's not as work as finishing another graphic novel, but it's a lot of work. So we didn't even have a finalized cover page with text until like last week.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just going back and forth saying, no, that font doesn't work, that color doesn't work, try this placement. And it took like weeks for us to get happy with it. So we had this very productive back and forth. And he's really interested in doing, I don't want to say experimental in the sense because some people hear designers doing something experimental and they think like really cheesy 1980s, 1990s magazine design. But he's willing to do new things to make the book more attractive. So it's good to give him his room to play, but it's still my book.
Yeah.
So it's like my hand's in there solidly, but once we actually have like essentially a design template, I let him go.
Nice. Well, that's cool. I mean, I like how the collaborative experience kind of extends into this art book narrative creation too, right? Because that's one of the beautiful things about comics, right? Is it's a team, and it's a larger team than a lot of people realize most of the time, right? Guys, who does your like design? And like I know like your Kickstarter page graphics look nice and stuff. The books always look great. I know Tim did the logo. I know it's like Second Rocket did the logo, right? But like who's building the books in your Kickstarter? Is that all you guys doing that?
That's all us. Yeah.
It's sort of split between Dillon and I, based
Yeah.
on whatever the task is.
Yeah, Jason makes a lot of the graphics, just because he's better at it. But I'm the one who's always I build the campaign page and write the text for it and put all the images in there. Jason
plug in all the items and write all the add-ons.
And
shipping will be billed after the campain on every item.
Yeah, all the logistics of it. Yeah, all the logistics of it are us.
I know your name, baby.
And then like very often Jason and I get stuck on the design, and then Luca will set us straight. Like, we should do it this way, and Luca's like, that's bad. Do it this way instead. And they're like, oh, Luca's right. Let's do it that way.
Well, because I was gonna add, I didn't want to assume, but like, because I work with Luke. I worked with Christian for a while, right?
Yeah.
And so like I never realized until my old job how like a letterer is a graphic designer, and letterers know so much about graphic design. It's like I just didn't realize that those two worlds were so interconnected. And so like, so he can letter a book crazy, right? And then he can also like build a crazy cool art book and build a fucking dope fucking slipcase and all this shit. So like, I didn't know if you were the one building like putting the books together. That's cool. Like I'm jealous because I'm at a position in my life where I keep stumbling into design work, and I don't know how Photoshop. I need to learn I need to be able to afford Photoshop, and I need to learn how to use it. And because like that's where I'm looking at, right? Like I'm like, oh, everything is a fucking template, and you need Photoshop to utilize the template, and I can't do. You're right. So
You can.
I'm like,
if you want something cheaper than Photoshop, get the Affinity Suite. It's like a one-time purchase, and it does like 95% of what Photoshop can do, in my experience. I haven't had an Adobe subscription since 2014. I actually jumped ship right when Creative Cloud launched.
oh wow.
So
Dylan, what are you putting the book together in?
Hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Well, we're not putting the book together.
Well, yeah, no, the book. I'm not sure.
The book. I am the one. I'm using Affinity to like lay everything out, and then I export everything. We send it to Comics Wellspring for printing.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Because I use Canva because it's all I know how to do. And people tell me because I don't use Canva templates and I don't use Canva AI and I build everything in there. I made my first Blake's Buzz logo I made in Canva.
Okay.
So like, and so and I'm progressively better, but I mean, like people pay me to make their graphics. I built the whole Giant Girl Kickstarter campaign, which is going on 15K right now. Like,
nice.
And so, yeah, shout out me. The book is great, and D is a phenomenal artist. I have nothing to do with it, but like, but I keep finding myself in positions where I'm like, I'm trying to design the backs of trading cards right now. And it's and I'm like, this looks kind of cool, but it's not a fucking. Would I be mad if I got this in the mail on a Kickstarter reward? I might be. I'm like, I don't know if I'm and everything and I'm now like Canva is limiting everything I'm doing. And like, but that's what sucks because it's like the design package was like, so it's like Adobe or some software. And then you need Envato and I really miss Envato. Oh my God. Like Canva stock is not Envato stock. I had access to so much shit at the studio at the old gig and like, but not, I still didn't have Photoshop. I would have had to pay for that myself. But yeah, so long story short, it's like I'm needing to pay for Skillshare to get affordable Photoshop courses to get better at things I kind of know about, but not enough. And like I'm getting opportunities to make, but it's like, how the fuck do you like I gotta like find time to like learn Photoshop next week? I can't do that. Like I have like limited time. So that's why I end up staying in Canva. But yeah, anyway, it's a thing that like I'm having to deal with it. Like at my old job, I used to be able to be like, hey Christian, do this for me. Right. And they did it. And now I have people being like, Blake, get this done. And I'm like,
how?
And I'm using fucking Canva and I'm like, okay, I need a trading card is 3.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And I'm like, all right, I set my canvas, I set bleeds, and then I put art on there and I'm like, oh cool, it's blurry because it's not made to be this size. And so anyways, it's a fun clusterfuck, but it's been very stressful. And I think all my friends hate me because all I do is send them random graphics. And I'm like, does this look like dog shit? It's dog shit, isn't it?
Yeah, Canva's good for making small like icons, like the headers and stuff on there. But like Jason uses his advanced skills and advanced tools to like do real file prep for us.
Okay. Because that's where I'm struggling.
Luca, make sure that all the colors profiles are correct.
I don't have to worry about that. You can handle it.
Yeah. But you handle like ink levels and stuff, which I don't understand.
I do. Yeah, for the pages, yes.
Yeah.
What is that? For idiots in the class, what are page ink levels? I don't know what this is.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's so pervasive as it was back in the days when we were young, but a long, long time ago, do how printing works with the separate, how do you call them in English? Sheets of colors. I don't know the proper English name. You would have sometimes situations where the sheets were not properly aligned, so the colors may show where they not under the line art, so you have to prepare the line art in a way that the printing has some the underlaying has some cyan which covers those holes, or make sure that the levels of the ink are not exceeding a certain amount and are, for example, the black ink comes out as a proper black and not as a washed out gray or whatever not.
Luca knows more about color than I know more about anything.
Oh, I'm shit at this. I can tell you professionally. I'm bad at this. I'm very new to this, even though it's years of doing it. But I picked up this from other colorists and not from anything from schools or whatever not. So it's just, I seem to have been done correctly so far. So I'm sticking to my guns.
You're doing a hell of a job so far.
Everybody I know that's worked with you loves you, and every book I've read.
But that's because I'm pretty. That's not because I'm good.
That's true.
I think I'm almost 100% certain that I told you this. But remember, when at San Diego Con a couple years ago, I was talking with one of the editors, and I showed them the Necromancy book, and they're like, "This looks incredible." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm working with Jason Piperberg and Luca Romano." They're like, "Luca does Nottingham." I was like, "I know Luca does Nottingham and some other stuff for you guys." And they're like, "If you guys want to do a book, like." Just tell him Luca's on it because we just want to make Luca happy.
I have saved that image.
Yes.
That's funny.
That
well,
message.
I made the joke the first time I talked to you guys because that was when Nottingham was fucking popping. That was like maybe volume 2 was coming back. I can't remember the exact time. I don't remember how many years
I think
after
we did
Martha
see
Matters.
for number 1.
Okay.
Didn't we straight off?
It was close. It was close because you were. I remember like because Dillon reached out and I remember being like, "Fucking Luca's on your campaign." And he's like, "Yeah, he's." And but I made the joke because you got, and I say this unoffensively. You guys have always had higher priced Kickstarter campaigns, which I think you should because you want to make sure that everything gets paid for. So many Kickstarters. You're probably still paying out of pocket a little bit, even with that price tag on it. But
I lose money every single Kickstarter.
Yeah, so like it's but you've always but I used to joke that your higher price was Luca because it was like we would have a $3,000 goal, but
this bastard is in it.
Because he's got that fucking like Mad Cave swagger.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
No, but I think you guys price it right. More people should be honest and honest with themselves. To price it right. It sucks that everybody loses money on a Kickstarter campaign.
I think it's no secret that like the pay rates in comics are broken. And like we're trying to pay our team what
fair share,
what they should be paid for making incredible art and making incredible books. And so we're not being greedy about it. We're not inflating. We're not trying to be millionaires. We're not trying to skim a bunch of money off the top to make a huge profit. We're just paying what it costs to make this book, and that's all we're trying to do.
And comics are expensive, especially pretty comics. When you get this isn't even just pretty; it's beautiful. And like,
thank you.
The action sequences are so wonderful. The magic looks great. These new characters look great, like the skeleton horses and stuff. The skeleton cat. Come on, man! And
we love Gavin.
When he puts the bandage on his little spider.
Oh
like,
yeah,
dude,
so cute.
Fuck you guys! It's so good. It's so good.
I had to work on that hand. I forget. I had to really figure out that hand pose because it's so tiny. I was like, does this look like he's sewing? Like I had to really figure
it's
it out.
Tiny bitty. Yeah. It's a little guy. It's the sweetest little guy.
It's just a little guy. There's a clip out there somewhere of us screaming about Jason being a good boy. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do not remember this.
He's there. I need it on my inbox right now.
I don't know if it's a clip, or maybe it was. I thought it might be a clip, but it was. I don't know. We're all screaming. He's just like, he's a good boy.
Yeah.
Back to campaign. Anyway, me screaming on a. Sorry, Rich. God, I feel bad.
Oh fuck it. Oh shit.
I feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm a bad host. And then
you're not.
That's not you.
I don't think that was a you problem.
Yeah, unless you built his computer, it's not your fault.
No, what I've learned in my 4 years of working in comics, gentlemen, is it's always my fault.
Somehow, some way.
I just it's something I did. No, But hey, for real, and this goes for these guys too. Links, as always. I know I'm bad. I always say this at the end of the show when I need to say it at the beginning. The links for both campaigns, for My Neighbor Necromancer and for Idle Hands, from Richard Pace, are in the descriptions, and they're on Facebook if you're watching there. So you can click them, it takes you right to the campaign. You can check them out. You know, we kind of scrolled through. There's some amazing art on Richard's campaign and the 300-page weapon that you can like
throw at your
you
enemies.
Can murder, if you wanted to, you could murder a grandma and bring her back to life. That was a weird callback.
You can melt ice with it.
You can melt ice. You can. That's probably better than killing an old lady. Do that. Yeah. Unless no. Gonna say,
no unless
there's probably a bad old lady out there that deserves to be clobbered with a book, but we're cutting hairs. Yes. We're cutting hairs. We're cutting hairs now. But so anyway, but yeah, so the links are there, and grandmas are great. And I'm sorry we went there, and I apologize to any grandmas that are listening.
But only the
go
alive
to bed.
ones.
It's late, old ladies. Fuck, you got shit to do at fucking 5 a.m. You got to make coffee and eat grapes or whatever the fuck you do in the morning.
Please send us cookies. Bake us cookies.
I don't know what grandmas do.
Coffee and grapes?
They don't drink the coffee.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No one eats coffee and grapes in the morning.
I hope they don't, because that sounds bad.
I don't know anymore, guys. I forgot how to do this. I took a break and came back weird.
Dude, I've been in your show for years, and it's always been weird.
Matt
we wouldn't have it any other way.
One of them, literally, one of the shows Luca did was sponsored by. They made ads for it. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's true. That's actually.
I thought I was gonna be E-famous for a second. I was like, I'm about to make it. And then, no, we're still here and having a good time. That's all that matters.
Dude, we sold millions of copies, and we aren't famous. So,
we sold a million. We sold a million issues of Nottingham. People are still like, "What's that?" I'm like the podcast host who's like, "Why didn't I make it?" Should have joined.
I feel
joined
you.
Joe Rogan's network is what I should have done.
Yeah, that's.
I should. We could have been eating fucking the caffeine gum and whatever.
Is that
else
a thing?
Do. Yeah, he's got. It's like this energy gum, and it's so expensive, and like so many people buy it, and they're always they just pound Bud Light and fucking eat this gum on Joe. I don't know what they do on that show. I don't know. I used to watch Kill Tony because I thought watching Kill Tony made me a better interviewer sometimes. But it's so fucking Trump heavy now. Like I
don't know what Kill Tony is.
Technically, Kill Tony is the most. It's the highest streamed podcast in the world, or was last week or 2 weeks ago. But it's Joe Rogan's network. So like Texas, Texas is like the stand-up comedy mecca right now. Like everybody goes to Texas to do stand-up in Austin, and like there's all these clubs, and you can get all these open mics, and you can go down there, and like if you're good, you can like hustle and make it. So all these comedians are like going to Texas. So every week they do this podcast, and hundreds of comedians sign up, and they pick your name out of a bucket, and you get 1 minute. And if you suck, you get 1 minute in front of hundreds of people with 1 million people streaming to try and be funny.
That's brutal.
And then they interview you for a few minutes, and the interviews are usually pretty good. But anyway, they just they're very like Tony Hinchcliffe, the host, did like Trump rallies and stuff and all this shit. Yeah. And it was just like, man, what the fuck? And it's just like, it's a bummer because it's on Monday nights. Welcome back, Richard.
Hey!
Yeah, it just froze. I think I probably got some sort of stupid memory leak.
Oh, I did too.
Not that kind.
Brainworms are in. Anyway,
Ivermectin for everybody.
My laptop, I just got the laptop for the video, and it's been acting up really badly for the last month or so. So it's like bad time for it to be. I think I have to go through and find like any apps I don't use, get rid of them all.
Yeah.
I'm so used to a desktop. This laptop is like alien language to me. So I probably missed some really good shit too.
Oh well, yeah. The short time you were gone, it was amazing here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that's
probably better because I was gone.
That is not true. The world is better with you here. You and your sexy witches. I just, I would love.
You love sexy witches.
When I
yes,
grow
we know.
up, I want to like meet and marry a Richard Pace baddie. That's all I want. Like, Blake, where'd you meet your wife? She was naked dancing in the woods. It was crazy. I'd be stoked.
She really wanted to
Richard,
live that
I
life
can
so
tell
much.
you. I can tell you the best part was that when you were gone, my image was over Jason, and I am fanning myself, and it looked to me like I was fanning him from above. It was great for a second. I tried not to laugh out loud, and I kept my composure, which I would like an applause for.
I mean, but what's funny about that is I have a
Thank
fan up there.
Yes, that's the point. I see your fan, and I see my fan. And it's almost like it was meant to be.
Geekstack, what's up, Geekstacks? Thanks for tuning in. Just real quick, we got Richard Pace, who you may know, who with Mark Russell does Second Coming at Ahoy. He's the artist, and he's also got an amazing art book on Zoop right now, which is linked in the description, called Idle Hands. We talked about that tonight. And then we've got Luca Romano, Jason Piperberg, and Dillon Gilbertson, who have bothered me for a third time now. I'm just kidding. To come back and talk about the third issue of My Neighbor Necromancer, which is their slice of life necromancy story of magic and wonder, and also death, and also life, and also deeper things.
It's about grief and being cute.
Yeah, and a cool little fucking lizard that you'll be like,
Yay!
I like that guy, and I would be his buddy, and I would carry a fanny pack with a lizard in it. Could you imagine?
Yes,
Like just being at like SDCC or New York Comic Con, and you're just like walking around, and you're like have this fucking lizard in a fanny pack, and like you're like busting it out. What are you doing?
Look,
You can't bring lizards to Comic Con.
if it's one of those armadillos. Oh, sorry, Richard.
I just think it'd be a really weird pickup line. Hey, baby, you want to see my lizard?
Yeah.
Hey,
Let me whip
if
out
you
my
squeeze
lizard.
my lizard, I'll put my snake on you, as Motorhead used to say.
This week on Blake's Bucks Live, Blake's Bucks Live, the comedy, the
Bucks Live
gambling special. This week on Blake's Bucks, I'm done. All right, good night.
Nice try.
This week on Blake's Buzz Live, we talk about how to get kicked out of Comic-Con.
That's easy.
Be respectful to booth girls. Want to see my lizard? Get out. No one wants to see your lizard, even if it is a cute little thing in a sack.
That doesn't sound.
Can we
Wording.
make that a sticker for issue 4, the issue 4 campaign?
I would rather
Maybe an
say no.
unlockable? Sound of your audience might dig it. I don't know. Look, Geekstacks is having a great time. I got 2 laughs.
Thank you, Geek. Look, I told you in the green room they killed my idea of selling Jason's feet photos at the 500 goals. So I don't think they will greenlight the sticker logo, the sticker wizard, unfortunately.
No.
Richard, have you ever drawn like
Jason
like
feet?
have you ever drawn Jason's feet? I hear it's an experience. Luca would happily color it for you if you sketched them. Real
Absolutely, please do.
But have you, feet are a very. I don't think they're ugly. I'm not one that thinks like feet are sexy, but I know a lot of people think feet are sexy. We don't kink shame here on Blake's Bucks or whatever the fuck this show's called.
Who knows anymore at this point?
Blake's pocket lizard.
Blake's Pocket Lizard. Head on down to Kansas City. Get you a Blake's Pocket Lizard for $9.95.
What a deal!
Just add water and salt. I don't know. All right. Well, that's okay.
Too much sodium.
Too much
sodium.
sodium. Whoa,
Hey, bring it
sodium.
back.
Oh shit! That was a.
All right.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it right.
There you go. Thank you.
You can share some of the icing with the lizard.
Have you ever drawn like when you're like drawing like witches and poses, right? Because like the curves and the hips and the but like have you ever like done a pose that's like for like the feet weirdos out there, like a
Feet weirdos. Sure. Looking shaming.
all pose and magic. I didn't know.
Well, actually,
I preferred
today's
terminology.
Today's
Feet aficionados. For Quentin Tarantino, there you go. We keep overlapping, for fuck's sake. I'm so sorry, Richard.
That's
We're
awesome.
close. We have that European ancestry, so we're just always...
I'm so sorry.
Today's witch, I actually had her foot in a pose. I actually got 2 comments from foot aficionados.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't intentional. It's like all the witches are barefoot. The devils I've been drawing wear like thigh-high leather boots. So it's just a weird stylization thing for how I design these characters. And because the drawings themselves are usually a little on the smaller side, so it's like I usually don't go full figure. So they have to be in usually a specific pose to actually get the feet involved. So I've noticed that there's certain people that respond if I draw a foot.
It's a niche.
Yeah, you give them
All
a foot,
there
they
for
take
you.
a mile.
Nice. I remember there was a Kickstarter campaign I was working on a long time ago that had a wraparound sexy, like, a wraparound cover that was like the pinup, and then the boobies out, and then the full new, like, had the patches, right? So like 3 different versions, and it was a wraparound, and the one they showed on the campaign page like showed her feet, and when it got printed, they didn't account for like the bleed, and her feet got cut off.
Oh no!
Like, and this little fucking twerp motherfucker is like emailing a lot. And he's like, I bought this cover for the feet, and you cut the feet off, and this was like a $50 cover, and I bought 4 editions of it, and I bought 8 metal copies, so when I cream all over it, I can wipe it off real easy. And like, I don't know, it was a lot.
Oh my
He
God.
didn't say that. I
He thought it.
that was the Blake's
implied.
buzz
It heavily implied.
zing. Yeah, right. He definitely.
I think the worst foot guy I ever got. If you guys have been around art for a long time, you probably remember DeviantArt.
Yeah, we
I think
do.
it's still around, but I don't think many people use it. And there was
That's
this one
why
guy.
you buy metal covers. All right, sorry, Richard.
Bro, every time I post a drawing, this guy said, "You know what you really should do," and it was almost like he just automatically did this, probably with a bunch of artists. Said, "What you really should do is a drawing of the Hulk, where he's about to stomp on the camera, so you really see his foot about to come down on you." And it went on for like 7-8 months before I just blocked the guy, because I said, "You know what? You can commission me, and I'll draw that,
Or you can stop.
or you can stop." And he didn't stop. And I was just like, "Oh my god!"
That's
Oh wow.
I'm actually surprised it's the Hulk and not his cousin or whatever.
Oh, not She-Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it would have made
it's-
more sense to me.
Don't want to kink shame. I mean, maybe he just want. I mean, this is before She-Hulk got really, really buff. So maybe
Oh,
he
that
just wanted
He
could
needed
be
a big.
massive
He needed a big
green
foot on
giant
his
foot
neck.
stomping on him.
Sometimes
He's
we all.
his peas,
Sometimes we
as
all
it
need
were.
that big foot right on your
Some
neck.
giantess fan, I see.
I've heard stories of like artists being like, "I'll draw anything," right? Mick Byers he's been on the show a few times, and he's a good dude. Anytime he does sketches, like he'll do interviews, he'll be like, "No, seriously, I'll draw anything." It's like, "I'll take your money. I'll be as weird as you need me to be." But I've also heard artists being like, they'll do some not safe for work stuff, but then like people they take it way too far, and then it like makes the artist uncomfortable, and then the artist tries to sever the communication, which ends up in like a issue, and it like turns into this thing, and it's like, I could not even imagine that. Like, oh my god, like like if I'm getting commissions, I'm like, draw me Michelangelo, not like draw me Michelangelo with his turtle dick out, and April's just real happy about it. I'm not doing that. But hey, maybe that's what Richard Fairgray's out here getting rich off dick pics. He's selling sketch dick
table,
pics
yeah.
at cons for $20 each, and he's selling hundreds of them at every con.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and he did a book. He did I think they did like a Kickstarter zine too. They put them together. We have a real question. This is interesting, and I'm interested.
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's Geekstack's fault. Well, first, we got to get. He did ask a real question before the Turtle D, but he goes, "What's your opinion on the comic industry currently? With a lot of companies feeling it's a slow summer, and I know you guys are not in the direct market. Well, Richard, you are a little bit. You're in the direct market simultaneously while crowdfunding, but."
Yeah.
I have heard that, and Richard mentioned this earlier, that it's a slower campaign. You guys mentioned that right now you're funding better than you did last year, right? So how do you guys feel about the crowdfunding market? And you know, if you guys, you guys still buy comics and you're in the industry in one way or another, feel free to comment on like, you know, the direct market as well. But like, how are you feeling with everybody saying things are slower and different, and you're out here doing, you know, doing
Our
where
stuff.
you want to be, and with a higher price campaign, right?
Well, I think the direct market's suffering directly because of the Diamond bankruptcy.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I had a publisher. I'm not going to say their name because there's a victim, not the cause of it. I was supposed to do 4 covers this month for them. That's what we negotiated, and because it looks like Diamond's never going to pay them, or if they pay them, it'd be pennies on the dollar. They don't know. They decided they can't do the book right now, so that was a whole month's worth of work just gone.
Yeah.
That
sucks.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, it was a news story I think last month that Dynamite was worried whether or not it was going to make payroll because of how much money that Diamond had tied up.
Yep.
It's a scary time for that, and it's a scary time. Like, I mean, I am doing a very expensive book. I think a $20 book or less is a lot easier of a spend. As soon as you see that $65 book, you kind of go, ooh, that's a lot of money now. That becomes a thing. Now, I think 300-page, 8.5 by 11 hardcover art book, you're getting a bargain.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, I know when I have my copies, I'm going to be selling for at least $80 at cons. So I know it's a bargain, but a lot of people are looking at it, ooh, $65. I don't know if I'll. Geez, just 2 months ago, I did a bunch of painting commissions, opened it up, and a guy committed to 2 Batman paintings. I'm doing them, and as I'm finishing the second one, he sends me a message saying, "Can I cancel these?" Because his wife got laid off. And I let him, right?
Sure.
But I mean, this is.
Do you try and resell those? Is there
They're on my
any
art
saving
site,
that
but
maybe?
not stuff from my art site. Stuff's not moving that much right now.
Not even original sales?
Yeah, they're originals, and I think they're pretty damn good paintings, but nothing's moving.
Damn, that's a tough cut.
Yeah, it's hard to be a direct market comics guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I don't really know too much about the numbers on the direct market side, but I know a lot of people who have and had incredible. Oh, hey, Ian. What's up, man? Welcome.
What's up, Ian?
Who have and had incredible books and incredible campaigns. Who a few years ago would have made gangbusters and either just barely passed their goal or didn't quite make their goal. And so before we launched Necromancer 3, we were concerned. We had a lot of concerns about it, and I think we are doing better right now than we have in other campaigns. And I think the reason for that is, I mean, the whole point of this podcast is for us to toot our own horn, but I think the reason for it is that we make really good books, and I think the people who have got them before want to come back for more, and I think a lot of our repeat backers are saving us.
Yeah.
You mentioned you guys had some concerns, not with the book or the project, but the environment, the economy, the reading the room right before the campaign goes live.
Right.
Was there any pre-game strategy, or any, like, did you say any, like, we got to come out strong and do this to make sure we get seen, or to make sure we don't fall into this trap? Like, did you guys have any kind of pre-launch strategy that may or may not have led to this new, like a more bombastic start than last year's in a time that's harder for other people?
We still make a lot of missteps for Kickstarter. I think because we never took a Kickstarter class. I don't feel like we're veterans of it. And I think in the past we didn't really value pre-campaign followers as much as we should have. And so this time we were sure to start the promotion machine much earlier during the pre-launch part to get to get as many I think this is the first time we had over 100 followers.
Nice.
Yeah.
On ours, and we got it. And we're like, holy shit, people are into this, and so
pre-launch is important. I say that to like everybody, is because everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna run my Kickstarter for 30 days. Like, dude, that's 60 days. That's 60 days of content, right? If you really want to, and you know, I'm like, you know, I'm being like overload there, right? There's gonna be days where you don't do shit. Well, really, there shouldn't be. You should at least be like engaging with people or something, you know, like being a little bit more on social media than you normally are during the campaign. That's doing something, right? But so anyway, but yeah, it's social media is different, the landscape's different, but yeah, that pre-launch is important.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of backer kit teaser pages?
No.
No.
So this is something I found out recently. Okay, so you don't have to be, so like you can have a Kickstarter campaign and you make your pre-launch page, right? And you can like decorate it and stuff on Kickstarter and do what you want. And then you can basically put the same thing over on BackerKit, and you have to pay. It's for people like if you pay for BackerKit launch, which you guys being on the platform on your third book, maybe something you want to think about for the next $100. But anyways, it helps you communicate with backers and like select them in ways that like you can target your audience in specific ways instead of just like blasting it out to everybody. So it's kind of and I do some other stuff too. Anyway, long story, but there's this teaser page, right? So you can put the teaser page up and people go on, and you don't have to sign up for BackerKit or anything. You just go to the page, and when they follow your page, they have to put their email in, and it goes to the creator. And they don't, like I said, they don't sign up for BackerKit necessarily. Like the email goes to the creator so that you are on this creator's email list.
Right.
And you have that email now to use for marketing later. I didn't ever realize this until recently. Kickstarter pre-launch, it shows you the followers, but you can't see who it is. You can't see like account names.
That was really frustrating. The fact that I couldn't see who the followers were, because we wanted to do something that I thought was a really cool idea, like to offer an exclusive reward for people who pre-followed the campaign.
Yeah.
But we can't do that because we don't have that data.
We thought about we were talking about doing a giveaway, and then we were like, oh wait, yeah, we don't have access to, so we'd have to sign up for the mailing list. So anyway, it's not a free service, right? But it is an option, and it's an intriguing option, and we're kind of we're testing the waters with it. But yeah, a lot, because right now, if you talk to anybody, and you know, if you got 10,000 or 20,000 followers on Twitter, what are these people doing? They're always building their mailing list. Right. They don't fucking care about followers anymore. They're building their mailing list. It's all getting people to your mailing list, and that's how you beat the algorithm. Because if you fucking email people directly that want to communicate with you, that are interested in your product, like you have surpassed the social media algorithm now. So BackerKit teaser pages help you do this, because unlike Kickstarter, you get an email list of people that sign up, as opposed to just like, 40 people are following your page. So it's a newer thing. But yeah, it's interesting. And like I said, you can still run your campaign on Kickstarter, right? But you can kind of, so there's all these fucking options out here now, and it's intense. But yeah, there's all these little tricks. Kickstarter's doing like secret links now, like where you could like give a link to someone, and like the tier doesn't show up on the list, on like the backing list on the main campaign page. You have to have an exclusive link to like get to this tier to back it.
Right.
Some people are using that, or they're approaching that to how to deal with like retailers in the crowdfunding scene. Like hey, here's your retailer link.
Yeah.
You back it, and then we talk after the campaign, and you get 20 copies, 40 copies, whatever, and we work out. That Charlie Stickney was talking about that the other day. Anyway, it's crazy. And so I envision probably by the time issue 4 rolls around, I envision that we're going to be seeing some of this stuff on the Kickstarter side too, because Kickstarter keeps implementing some stuff that BackerKit doesn't have the audience that Kickstarter has. Zoop doesn't either. Yeah.
Kickstarter has the secret links or whatever it is for targeted people. I made a special reward for a friend of mine. And it was the worst possible reward. It was like $532, and it was like, I'll buy you a beer the next time I'm in town. and then I send him there like, hey, here's a special link for you. It's got a secret reward that I wanted you to check out. And he was like, fuck you, and he just like bought the variant. It was fun.
Coward.
I think it's a cool thing to utilize for like again. So like if we had done that, like if we could have known who our pre-launch followers were,
Right.
we could have made a secret link for those followers for that had a special reward for them, but we couldn't because
it's very weird. They want to hide, that information.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to be logged into Kickstarter to follow a page. You have to have an account to follow a page. They know exactly who's following that page. Why do they not want to release that? So yeah, it's very odd. Richard, is there any weird gatekeeping of information? It's like, are they like, you can't have these names?
They'll happily tell me how many people pre-following a campaign there are, but I've never asked for the direct information. I had like a list of things I was going to do for the campaigns if I had more lead time, and one of it was hammering the mailing list, making sure that there were mailing list exclusive updates. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on Patreon and social media, but I'd want to have the mailing list to be its own thing, and that just fell by the wayside in the rush to get this book ready to go and then ready for the campaign.
Yeah.
And doing the daily drawings because I started before the month of the campaign. I did like I think 15 or so of the Devils. It just eats up time. I want essentially as soon as this campaign's done, I'm going to start the promo for We Bring Only Death next spring because I don't want the last minute rush that this book's turned out to be. I really hate the week after the campaign when someone says, "Oh, you're doing a crowdfunding." I mean, everyone you talk to has that experience.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it earlier here. I want the cast as big in that as possible to catch all the people who want to be caught.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's and I think one of the things they're going to do in the updates for because Zoop is happy to do updates on both Coven and on Idle Hands. I want to put a link to my mailing list on those pages so all the people who already backed the book can actually join the mailing list.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta get.
Computer's starting to freeze again.
You're good. We can hear you great at least. But yeah, it's I agree, man. You gotta get people on it, and it's really helpful. We got some stuff in the chat. I just realized we've been talking for 2 hours. I'm sorry. We'll wrap it up. I keep telling myself I'm gonna go like Blake's, but I love hanging out. But I know like people got shit to do, right? And I'm like always like I'll make it an hour. Like we'll do a tight hour. That works great, right? This show's never been. The only time this show was like an hour, I think, was when I like kicked over my shit and knocked all my power out, and then like a couple weeks ago. I don't know. So we got Stax. Stax is talking about. I think Stax owns a shop here. They're the morning collectible cover, and some of their stuff's moving slower. This looks like they took over a brand, but hey, that's cool. I think that would be scary to like take over something because you have to like bring in new audience and make the old people happy. But I've seen people like sell IPs like in work I've done. So like, I know it happens, but it's still, it's a risk, but could also be a reward. Grant says there should be a reward where Jason makes the backers lunch.
There you go.
That's good. Jason makes some pretty creative stuff.
I'm all up for it.
Oh shit. I'm sorry, Michael. I used to be a friend from work before I got fired. but no, Tuxedo, they make cool stuff. He works with Ali Garza a lot, who draws beautiful women and beautiful titties. They may have a Kickstarter. Tuxedo may have a Kickstarter right now for Queens of Dixie, or just ended. But yeah, check them out. Oh my God, look, the people are chatting. Anyway, I'm like, fucking took 2 hours for you people to come hang out. God damn. Everybody told me because I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the show at 9, right? 9 sounds like a good time. It's a little bit later. And then like every week someone's like, oh, it's kind of 9's kind of late. And I'm like,
yeah,
late?
Give me a break. It's very hard. It's the one bummer is because before I would just be like, yeah, let's do 5 interviews a week. I'll do anything to make you happy. That's why I burned out. And so this time I was like Wednesday nights, and I keep hammering it. Wednesday nights, and people tune in, right? And they've been coming to hang out. But yeah, a lot of people I reach out to, I'm like, hey, you want to come back on and talk about the book? Oh yeah, any night but Wednesday. I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to do. So then I was like, I need to go back. Speaking of mailing lists, Substack is a convenient way to blog and social media and have a mailing list, because people have to, if people subscribe to your Substack, whether it's free or not, they have to subscribe with an email, and you get that. Like, you have a full that you can export and import into MailChimp or whatever you want to do with it. So like, I need to work more on my Substack, and I was like, oh, I could go. Written interviews are kind of fun, even though they stress me out, because I think more about them instead of just rambling about weird shit live. And so, but I try to like make good, written questions. So I was like, maybe we should bring back some written interviews on the Substack. And
you just need a special interview with Jason cooking live, and we talking shit over it.
That's also everybody's like, I know you have like a lot going on, and you're like coming back and refining your career and stuff, but like, why aren't you making a cooking show? And I'm like, give me a break. I just brought back, like, Blake's Buzz has been back 3 months, and we're cooking. What are you doing a cooking show? Why aren't you doing a cooking show? Why don't you fucking cook? Why are you working in comics? Why don't you have a food truck? Like,
hot dog competition. There's another one.
Slurping.
Actually, guys, I'm gonna tip out because it's a little late here, and I started at like 5 this morning. So
no worries, Richard. Real quick, where do people follow you, find you at on Instagram and all that good stuff?
Instagram, it's really hard. You got to remember how to spell Richard_Pace. That's it. I'm on Blue Sky. I got rid of. I avoid all the Nazi programs, so no Twitter or Substack for me. Sorry, you're just talking about Substack, but everyone, it's entirely funded by far-right people, and they platform actual Nazis, so I don't fuck with them.
I know it sucks, but there's also they're also on YouTube and Facebook, and like they're like, I can't. If you leave all the platforms, there's like, I guess I could handwrite letters to people.
Oh no, Substack is actually funded by them.
Oh, well, fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Yeah. Sorry to spoil your parade. I mean, there's a lot of people who still use Substack. I don't begrudge them that, but I'm not gonna join a platform that's actually. I mean, if any of you guys remember when it started, they reached out to right wingers right off the bat to get the most extreme voices on their platform right off the bat, and then they just opened it up to everyone else.
I'm just feeling lucky that this is pretty much the first time I hear about Substack at this point.
Yeah. All right, guys. It was great talking with you. Even though most of the time I wasn't moving my face anywhere.
No, man, it was good. It was good to catch back up, and I'm glad things are still going well at Ahoy with you. And I'm glad people are digging the art book. And I wish you the best, bud. You're good people, and I love your art.
All right, let's do this again when I get my laptop fixed.
Hell yeah, man! Hit me up anytime.
All right, you take care, guys.
Ciao.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.
All right. But all right, so
I can go back to fanning Jason. I'm happy.
Yeah. What the fuck? I gotta delete my goddamn Substack now. Oh.
I was thinking. So I was.
Oh, we lost Dillon.
Like,
Dillon, come back!
You Substack using piece of shit. He's out of here. God, this is how I just got canceled. Just got fucking canceled.
Yeah, I was considering making a Substack for like a web comic or something at some point, and then I was like, maybe I should.
Maybe not.
Yeah, because I remember when they came out, they went to like James Tynion and like Scott Snyder, and they went to like Donny Cates, and they went to all these big comic, and they gave all these comic guys grants, and they all loved it. Anyway, whatever. We got Geekstack's got another good question, which me as a terrible host didn't even ask. Which one of you wants to give us the elevator pitch for
the guy that's missing? Yeah. That's his job. Jason, you're the
we're relying on the artist now.
It's your turn.
Oh man.
Can you impersonate Dillon?
Give me a second. Okay, go to the Kickstarter.
You have to look it up. You're shameless.
Let me see
I don't want to mess up the wording.
Let me see if I can picture a comic.
All right.
I don't know the wording. I would just
like
make it up on the spot.
My brain isn't geared for this at the moment.
Dillon's computer fucked up. Okay.
Well.
Restarting. Okay. So we're gonna delay the pitch.
I remember what was it last time when I was like, and then one guy when he used the popper.
We have
you guys were
very
like,
we have
"What
very
the fuck?"
segmented jobs.
Yes.
And
This is good. Thank you, Geek.
I don't know what the book
comic
is about. I
We
just
don't
read stuff.
know.
Look,
I don't even
I
know
can,
what the
I can,
characters
I
are
can,
called.
I can
What are you
word it the
doing
way.
back there? I don't even know what the necromancers are doing back there.
I just color in the lines.
I just work here.
My version of the elevator pitch is
Thanks.
we.
Thanks for throwing out the tough questions, dude.
Yeah, the thing
You fucking waited for it, right? It was
Yeah, as soon as
We
intentional.
went right
leaves.
from like, you guys are on a Nazi platform to, hey, what's this comic about? Can you give us a fucking break? We're just out here trying to make shit people. I'm just kidding. I'm just a joke.
This went well.
Dylan's back. For the
Dylan's-
love of God,
Yay!
what's the comic book about?
Dylan is back. Yes.
Someone asked what the elevator pitch was, and Luca and I both froze, and we didn't know what to say.
Oh no, that's literally the hardest part.
It
of
was
making any
bad.
comic.
It was great. I love this so much. It's your job. Why we're not prepared?
That's why I bailed. I was like, someone's gonna start asking questions, and I don't have any answers. I'm out.
It's your alternative
Oh
account.
my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah.
I should get paid for this.
So Dylan,
No,
what's the elevator pitch?
Dylan, could you please make the
Yeah.
official
Dylan,
pitch?
obviously, I would be great at giving an elevator pitch. Why don't you do it?
Yes.
The elevator, the wide shot of the story is a little girl chases her pet lizard Bibbits into the woods, and then finds herself in the middle of a battle between good and evil necromancy, and now she has to learn to raise the dead to save the world.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, I imagine it was something like that.
I would have used the same exact verbiage. Absolutely. Mhm.
Yeah, it's,
No Italian inflections and no references to words that are not correct in English.
I think it's a cool idea because like normally when you have a necromancy or a necromancer like even in a party in like D&D and stuff, like there's always like bad karma and stuff that comes with doing it's super simple. That comes with like necromancy. Like you do necromancy in video games and like now the town hates you or whatever. Like in Baldur's Gate, if you're a necromancer and then you go and talk to villagers and they don't know you're a necromancer, they're like, so glad there aren't necromancers around.
I sure hate necromancers.
So we're like, what does good necromancy look like? Like what would that even be? Because like so we developed like we kept necromancy the way I think most people think of it, where like you control the dead, you raise them from the dead against their will, and now they're sort of your slaves, for lack of a better term. But with good necromancy, it's about sort of building a relationship with the dead, which I think is something like if you want to get really thematic with it, is something that we do on a day-to-day basis anyway. Like we remember our loved ones, we remember. We still talk to the people that aren't here anymore, whether it's in our own heads or whether we're physically going to their grave or speaking with them out loud. Like we're still in contact with them in a lot of ways. And so we took that to its literal point. So like if you have good necromancy, you can speak with them and they can agree to come back from the dead to help you, to help you live a better life. In which I think is what the dead do anyway. Like you remember them in ways that's going to help you move forward in life. And I think that's something that's really important and cool to explore.
Nice. Stack says he's interested, and I don't even know this. Do you guys sell the comic outside of Kickstarter or have a web shop or anything?
Yeah, so you can buy it on my website. It's DillonDoesComics.com. There's a digital store there. It's only available on digital there. You can also get it digitally on Kickstarter. We have a digital catch-up bundle, and so if you're interested in that, that would help us get the third issue made, which would be really great. We also have physical catch-up bundles. If you own a store, I think Blake said that GeekStacks owned a store.
I thought I possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want you to make a huge financial commitment for it, but we have a retailer tier where you can get you can get signed copies, stacks of signed copies. If the amount we have on the reward tier is not enough or is too many for you, please let us know, and I can make a custom one to get you as many books as you want. We'll sign them, and yeah, if you go to Kickstarter, look up My Neighbor Necromancer, or you can just go to necrocomic.com is the short URL that'll bring you straight to it.
Which is great.
Tuxedo Tiger Comics. Where's Tuxedo Tiger Comics at?
I don't know if they have a store. He may have like he makes comics. He has like a couple series that.
I see. Oh, cool. Oh, right on. Sick. That's rad.
Yeah. We used to do some stuff at the old job with them, and but yeah. Anyway, that's cool, man. I'm glad you guys are selling there are still people, and I guess you don't want to mess with it. And I know running a campaign is a lot, but it just seems weird to me. Like if I wanted to read your comic now, right? If I wanted to or if I was in this chat and I was like, I want, it's like, okay, I go to Kickstarter, even if I know some people they'll like deliver digital like right away or deliver the past digital issues like as soon as the campaign funds, but you still got to like wait, you got to wait till the campaign's over. Right. So like it is kind of I think smart to have access to like physical digital issues or whatever, because and I also like that we had this conversation recently. I know I said it was getting late, but now people are tuned in. So
we keep going.
Now people are watching. Yeah, Luca's like, I got a whole day ahead of me.
I have the whole
night. The rest
night.
of us don't. I have nothing ahead of me. I'm just a joke.
It's 5 a.m. I have nothing to do in this time.
But hold on, we were talking about, so like, Kickstarter and retailer tiers, and there's so many people that are like, I'm not going to do a retailer tier. Retailers don't want this book. They're not going to put this book in my, and then, so we recently, we were doing some conversations with retailers, and some retailers get like, not their feelings hurt, but it like communicates a language when you don't offer these things, and they'll be like, oh, this book looks really cool, and maybe I do want to support this indie comic, and then you go there and they're like, oh, they don't want my retailer business. That's good. That's like a vibe, because there is
perception.
Yeah, and there's a stigma. It's not a real stigma. I think it's an imagined stigma that's like, oh, like the direct market and the crowdfunding markets, they can't coexist. And there's, like the direct to consumer sales is different than retail. And I think we're starting to find ways that it's not necessarily, and that's one of them. And if you may think like no one's going to want to buy 10 copies of my comic, but A, they might.
They might. Yeah,
B, if they don't, you don't have to ship them or do anything.
Right.
No one back that tier. Like,
there's no harm in offering.
Yeah, it's not zero effort, but like it's not difficult to make a retailer tier.
Thanks, Geekstacks.
Shout out to supporting indie comics.
Geekstacks. Holy crap! Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you kindly, truly.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
I've done. He's now done more for your book than I have over 3 years.
Oh, shut up. Well, you did this for us.
Well, you can see this as your sale.
I thought I may have backed the first one digitally, but I really don't know if I did or not. So I don't know.
Geekstacks just pushed us over to 7K.
Yeah, they like
Yay! Thanks so much,
like, we would never have spoken with Geekstacks or gotten any backers if we weren't on the show. So don't discount yourself, dude. Like,
I thank you.
We're still not gonna send you a commission payment, though.
I'm not going to send you any more free books, and I'm not going to help you out in any way. But I'm glad that you're doing it.
Also, when I do ask for free, I reach out. I was like, hey, like, do you want me to? You want me to read some books? I'm always like, do you want me to read something for the interview? But that's like my code to be like, hey,
please send me stuff.
Send me a book.
I'll send you all the free stuff you want, my man.
But no, I really do. I really do love your guys' book, and I have a blast talking with you guys every time you're on. But I love this new issue, and it's so powerful, and I'm like, oh man, I'm stoked to see what you guys do in 3 and 4 and beyond. I don't remember what is like right now, and ideally, what's a game plan for like a trade? We climbing up to a trade and seeing what happens, or is you guys got like a 12 issue saga, 20 issue saga in the back of your minds?
It's one of those things that we right now we're planning 6. 6 is going to be a really good stopping point. Everything that's happening right now will be wrapped up by the end of issue 6. But like it's one of those things where like we talk daily about what's happening in the book and like what implications all these actions have and like what other characters exist that we won't even get room to show. And like it grows more and more every day.
Yeah.
And so we if the audience is there for it and people want it, then we're more than happy to do. We can continue it. There's characters that like Jason bugs me quite often. It's like, when do I get to draw this character? I was like, I don't know, because they're not going to show up in this arc. Is what I'm talking.
Yeah,
like,
I have one thing that I really, really want to do.
Yeah, like they're like so. Like in issue 1, in issue 2. In the map scene when Jesse's traveling down to Morta's house and like there's no text, but there's that close-up circle of them walking by the river and there's undead fish, there's skeleton fish jumping out of the water, and we had the longest conversation about how those fish got there, where are they from, where are they going, who made them, are they necromancy fish or are they just like undead fish that don't have a quote-unquote master or whatever. And so like we created a whole other part of the map and a whole other characters just to explain these fish. And like, it's one of the cooler things that I'm mad that we're not going to have time to get to it, but it exists.
But also, it was also an offhand thing. Like I was literally just drawing the map and I was like, I'll just put some fish. And Dillon was like, we got to figure out how that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, we do?
And we do. Like, that's what I think that's one of the things I love about this book and what I love about this team is like every time there's some small thing, it was like, we got to explain this. We got to, like, no one is going to hear this explanation, but everything in the world makes sense. There's a reason behind everything that's there, whether or not you're going to see it or hear it.
Yeah.
And so like all the puzzle pieces fit. And you just may not be able to, even if you can't see the whole picture, all the pieces are there.
Mm-hmm.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, exactly.
Who are you, Blake's Bucks? What the fuck?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, it's what it's like to work with 2 very creative junkies.
No, it's watch the world you guys are building is really exciting, and that gets me excited too. That like that when the team is excited to explore it, right? When you're like, we like invented this thing and want to go back to it and find, that's world building, right? That's exciting, and that's one of those like that magic of comics, right? When you guys you work together and this collaborative weirdness happens, and then you're fucking making zombie fish, you don't know. You don't know if they're zombies or you don't know if are they necromancer fish. That quote is gonna live in my head rent free for a very long. I kind of want like a shirt. Like, could you imagine? Have it be like the Jesus fish, and is that a necromancy fish?
Next campaign.
That is a good shirt. As someone who sold 200 Love More, Hate Less, Read Comic shirts.
Listen, so next campaign, we'll make a secret tier, and it'll be a Blake's Buzz special, and you can plug it on all your shows. Like, hey, we got this shirt. It's a Blake's Buzz special shirt. You can only get it
only for your followers.
Yeah.
I would be stoked. We got one more question. I'll set you guys free. Grant has a real question, and I think you guys could. Especially after you get, because I know a lot of them are going to be like, hey, we want the arc done. Probably. Yeah, that's the new thing. But after the 3rd issue, I would also argue that you could maybe it's good enough to pitch around. So what's your thoughts here?
I think every indie creator's got stipulations. Some of them are less than others. But I think I don't want to speak for the entire team, but I think we'd be more than happy to be with a publisher. We want to have creative freedom with it because it's our baby and we know what's best for our baby and how to take care of it. But yeah, I mean, if everything's there, what's important, what's always been most important to me is that it's never been about money or fame or whatever, but like I just want my stories to be read. Like I want the work that we all put into this to be seen and appreciated. And Kickstarter has done a lot for us to get visibility and get these books into people's hands. And that's been terrific, and I love that. And the only other way, other than building our own brand and trying to get it in as many people's hands as possible on our own terms, is like that's always the value for all the bad that may or may not come with it when you work with a publisher. Is that like they've got the reach? They're going to go everywhere.
Yeah.
And I just having people read the book is what I think is really important. And that's really all I want. And so yeah, if all the signs are there, we would absolutely love to be picked up by a publisher. But if not, then that's fine. Like if they're not, then like we're more than happy to keep going the way we're going because we're having a blast making the book, and we're going to make the book either way. So yeah, we're happy either way.
Oh yeah, Stax mentions massive indies, and I've heard a lot of Kickstarter dudes having meetings with them. I know. I think they're working with people how to make it more affordable, because that's been like that's what everybody's trying to do right now is how to help get people like into the direct market at a more affordable way. Also, while like all this diamond shit, it's fucking crazy, dude. My new job is like all the shit we do with like retailers. It's crazy. I love it. But it's different, and I get lost sometimes because I don't know. I still do like production stuff, but I get kind of like, like I'm producing a podcast that's about the retail side of comics for them and doing all this stuff. And so like I'm learning a ton, but it's like a whole different side to this industry. And also I'm getting called out in the chat because I do need to read his script. Also, to be fair, when I kicked off the show, I canceled my show last week because I'm running 5 Kickstarter campaigns right now. Not all of them are live yet, like, which is why I'm able to breathe. But like, so it's been. I do want to read it. But yeah. So sorry. Thanks for calling. I'm getting called out all over the place tonight. Wow. Geez Louise, what's Grant saying? Dylan,
Grant, I was trying not to laugh too hard at Grant's comment. Yeah, Grant's all too familiar with my most successful book, Sweetheart, was I don't want to
go on it.
I don't know. We want to go down this way, and I never feel too comfortable, even though they're sort of defunct now. They don't really exist anymore. But talking trash on anyone. But yeah, my most successful book to date was called Sweetheart, and the publisher was with as his comment sort of points to, is it was a bit of a predatory publisher, and we went through a whole thing. The point is, I've learned my lesson.
I mean, if we're going to talk about publishers and involving us as a team, I would no doubt sign on the spot if Mad Cave picked us up. And as a team, I am including our current editor, Michelle.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love editors at the Mad Cave. I have had the most that's not the word, the most delightful experience with all of them. But she's an integral part of the team at this point. So I would love to have her carried on as our editor for this. Mad Cave is awesome. I agree.
I have not heard. Do you know they were in Kansas City last year or 2 years ago, maybe. They for like the 10-year. They sent.
They
sent some people out, and they did a panel, and like Cullen Bunn was there. They were like talking about the Gotcha Man and stuff. And all I've interviewed so many Mad Cave people, and Mad Cave has worked with me to interview a lot of their press, and like they used to reach out to me exclusively to ask for stuff, and I get why they don't anymore because I quit doing this for a second, but whatever. But like,
there have been some restructuring inside Mad Cave as well.
Oh, really?
So probably the people you were interacting with have either stepped up
they may not
or
be there.
stepped out.
I gotcha. But anyway, I was at a panel of theirs, and like I said, I've got all these people are telling me like, I want to work at Mad Cave, like I want to do. Everybody wants to. We got Geek Stacks is talking about entering their competitions that they do every year.
Good luck.
And but they do all this stuff, and so I raised my hand. They're taking questions. I raised my hand. I'm like, hey, so like, what do you? I was like, I was like, I do press, and in the green room when the cameras aren't on, and I hear these stories, and I hear these people get taken advantage of, and you think these people have these dream jobs and they're struggling and they don't know what they're gonna do, and I was like, your people don't talk like that, and I was like, so what are you guys doing that these other publishers just can't figure out? And Cullen, like, everybody looks at me like, and Cullen goes, well, it's a live forum, and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't like say anything crazy, but they were just, I guess they were just kind of taken aback. But what they kind of said, they were like, we didn't do things too fast. When we started building and expanding, we were ready for it, as opposed to other people that like, you get this opportunity and run with it and drop all this, sink all this money into it or whatever, and you
expand too fast.
Yeah, and then you burn, and then you dry out and you run out of equity or whatever, right? So like that was they said like taking a breather initially, moving slower and building trust with a smaller amount of good books and creators led to what they're able to do now, because now they're buying manga lines and all ages lines. They've got like the paper clips and all this stuff. And it's awesome. Like it's awesome to watch them blow up. But yeah, it's crazy because it's like, you would think be honest and treat your people right, but that's also not business success advice, right?
Yeah,
and so they are.
It is in a way.
It's part. Well, you can not have success and still do those things. Christian, I was talking shit about you.
Christian.
Christian, I met Christian. So Christian is one of my oldest friends in comics. I mean, he's known Luca far longer, but Luca and Christian are two of the OGs in my comic career that I ever met. Wow. And I finally met him for the first time at San Diego Comic Con.
Oh, did you meet him out there?
Person.
Yeah, in person, in live,
nice.
live and in person. It was awesome.
I almost got to meet him, and sorry, but I got fired. No, sorry. I'll fucking tell everybody every day. Remember when Blake Morgan got fired from comics? Oh, I'm still here. I just wasn't in San Diego. But my work was I was up all night that weekend.
Oh right, you're making slides, right?
Slides for Prana, yeah. So
my
I wasn't there, but my work was. But no, I wish them all. Christian and Matt, I love to death, and will die for it. And they both do great work. And no matter what anybody tells me, I'll always tell them that like Metal Ninja will take care of you. They do great stuff there. So, hope everything's good. It's not for me, but that's fine. It's a joke.
It is for you.
Pity party. I want a midnight pity party at 10:30. We got a while. Sorry, I'm fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I got a raise the other day. We're doing okay. I can buy Happy Meals for Ninja Turtle toys. I'm at that level again.
Hey, there you go.
There you
Coming back, baby.
That's success.
Yeah, that's success. I got the 6-piece nuggies, not the 4.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I gave my dogs the apples because I don't give a fuck.
What? But it was Dino Nuggies?
No, it's just regular McDonald's nuggies. That chicken cream shit that's not real, but tastes good, sort of good. Tastes like childhood. Anyway.
Tastes like childhood? Yeah, to you probably, yes.
Lucas like, we had real food.
I didn't learn to cook until like a few years ago. So I'm like
Hey, better late than never.
Yeah, like now we eat good food. Well, I still eat garbage, but I eat good food sometimes. Anyway.
Well, it's a choice
late.
at least.
It's late, and I'm rambling. I mean, I've been rambling for 2.5 hours, but I'm rambling worse, and I'm about to get fired from my own show if I don't shut up. Someone
is that an option?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Hopefully not.
We can find out.
Like, Blake's on Substack and he rambles. Get him the fuck out of here. Anyway. No, I'm like legit. Like, do I fucking cancel my Substack? I don't know what to do. I mean,
that's a question for yourself.
I know. I got to deal with that. Not on the air.
Don't do that on live.
Let's go around the room and tell everybody where to follow you. and subscribe.
You will be surprised none of us are Substack.
Oh yeah, because I'm the bad. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm the piece of shit. All right. Anyways, Jason, where do we find you at, bud?
You can find me at Jason Piperberg at most social medias. I do technically still have a Twitter, but I don't really use it aside from retweeting stuff that is for this campaign. And then you can go to my website, which is jasonpiperberg.com, and you can also go to necrocomic.com and back our Kickstarter
Please.
for number 3.
Or 1 and 2 if you missed them.
Or 1 and 2 if you missed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right. If you did
Never
miss
forget.
it, back him again. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Get the variants
Good.
this time, you cheap bastard.
You're right. Oh,
No, or you
I
know,
know
go
you're
wherever you want.
great for supporting indie comics. We love you. As a joke. I'm sorry. Follow Jason. Check out. I love your art, dude. You're so good.
Thanks, man.
And these for real issue
Jeez.
2. Oh, issue 2 looks so great.
Thanks, man.
I can't wait to see more. Luca, what about you, bud? Where you at?
Oh, I am mostly on Instagram and on Blue Sky, and you can find me pretty much everywhere as Malcolmok. So you do not confuse me with some hockey player or Italian journalist, because my name is Kamen. Sorry, guys.
Should just change all your socials to Christ.
That could spark a tiny bit of controversy. just a tiny bit.
I know it'd be so funny.
I have participated at Pride.
You had the picture of you had the palm up and it like the halo. That was glorious.
I have participated at some Pride parades as Christ, but that does not constitute as problematic. Probably they were more over there.
Yeah. Also, shout out to people being cool in the chat because I didn't know. I didn't fucking know, dude. I thought they were like fucking termites and cockroaches. They're everywhere. They're on every fucking platform. But yeah, I didn't know that
It floored us all.
It's fine. We're just gonna eat. What do we do in the morning? We eat grapes and drink coffee.
So we make.
Where do we
make
find Dillon? Eating grapes and drinking coffee.
Right.
Oh, and then last but not least, Dillon. Where's the keep?
That.
Where do we find you at on all the internets?
Yeah, you can find me all over the internet. I'm mostly active on Blue Sky at Dillon Gilbertson, but I'm honestly on most of them. I'm on Instagram, Twitter. Was it Hive? I'm selling Hive a little bit.
Oh my
You're still
God.
alive? Hive is still alive?
I don't know.
I do still have a Hive, but I haven't looked at it.
I do.
Yeah, I haven't looked.
It'd be
at
funny if on your
Shit.
campaign dashboard, if it was like a 2.7% of backer clicks that came
From
from
Hive.
Hive.com.
Oh, that's really crazy.
The whole platform came over.
I've
would be
heard
crazy.
LinkedIn. I've heard people having luck with LinkedIn.
I've
Like,
also heard LinkedIn. Yeah.
yeah,
I-
like old coworkers will be like, "Oh, cool, I miss you, dude. Here's $10. I'll throw it."
You know what?
but-
Fuck it, I'm gonna post on LinkedIn
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
yeah. So there's your little tidbit for dealing with me for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I
gave you something
might-
useful.
I'll throw something on LinkedIn.
I've posted a couple times about this campaign on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But
It's such a weird juxtaposition with mine because I work in research, like in sleep research. And it's like,
Oh.
oh, by the way, I also do comic books. With
you
like,
need a separate.
What if you were like, "Don't sleep on this one"?
yeah,
Hey.
now we're talking. I just finished watching Severance, and so I need to not be severed from my comics and my research job, and I need to reintegrate and make them one person.
Yeah, having trouble getting to sleep. You should get this.
Well, no, that's
No,
going to put
Yeah,
me on a
what?
sleep, Jason.
No, because they're having trouble, so they're gonna read it until they.
And then
finish
you'll
it,
fall
and
asleep.
then
No,
they'll
we
get
don't
to
want
sleep
them to
after.
fall
No,
asleep.
they're
reading our book,
your
Jason.
coworkers.
You're
You'd be like,
fucking
"Are
this
your
up,
dreams
Jason."
dead?"
Look, I
Bring 'em back to
draw
life.
stuff. I couldn't even do an elevator pitch. I don't know why I'm trying to do marketing.
Still, listen, the
I
elevator
don't even know
pitch
what
is
the
legit
comic's
the hardest
about, but I
part
have a
of it.
marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Hey, your art's great.
Thanks.
So pretty. I'm being serious though. It is. It's great, and it keeps. I don't understand how it keeps looking better. It's fucking gnarly.
I'm hypercritical of
remind him.
myself.
What are you even talking about?
What are you
None of us.
talking about?
None
I
of
don't
us
know,
know.
Grant. What am I talking about?
It's been a long night.
It's just
I am
2
also
hours
a
and a
Blue
half.
Sky, if that wasn't clear. That is where I'm on a lot. So
Yes.
Do you
and-
guys find good? I don't get any engagement on Blue Sky anymore.
I get more engagement on Blue Sky than I think I've ever gotten on any social media platform, which is really
Wow.
weird for me. I have more followers on Blue Sky than I ever got on Twitter.
that
Nice.
too. Yeah, I do. I do
deleted-
shit on Blue Sky. honestly.
Before I got fired, my boss threatened to fire me for my social media stuff, and so like I deleted all my social media. And then when
Why
got
am I
fired-
surprised?
but when I like right after, I was like, "Fuck that," and I like got back on social media, and I was like, "Blake's Buzz is coming back," and but so I got all my social medias back, but Blue Sky, like Blue Sky, if you delete your Blue Sky, they're like, "No, fuck you, bro." Like,
Really?
if you delete anything else, you have like they're like, "Look, we'll give you like 37 days if you change your mind, you can log back in."
Otherwise, you're dead to us.
But like, no, dude, Blue Sky, it asks you, it's like, "Hey, for real, we're about to delete your account," and you're like, "Yep," and then you try and log in again, and it's like, bro, no. So like, yeah, but it all came. It was a puffed out follower list from the follow frenzy from the comic book list that everybody made. So I got like almost 4,000 followers, but everything I put out, like no one saw anything. And where like Threads, I get tons of engagement on Threads unless I talk about comic books.
Dude,
if I talk about comic books on Threads, no one gives a fuck.
I
But
don't
like
think
if I joke
yeah.
or be stupid, they love it.
I don't think I've gotten a single like on Threads. All of my stuff on Instagram gets automatically posted to Threads.
Yeah.
Crickets on Threads every time.
I don't have a Threads. That's one that I don't have.
Hey,
That's so fun. It's just I just flirt with people and be stupid. It's great. I post food pics. Everybody loves them. I post dog pics. But yeah, I'll be like, because when I talk about work, if I'm like, oh, I got a rate, or like people engage with me. But if I'm like, oh, we're doing this at work and it's a comic, I don't care. Like, what the fuck? And I follow a bunch of nerds. Like, so I don't. Anyway, the algorithms are fucking weird. My show's fucking weird. Necromancers are weird, but they're also cool. So you should buy this one. Buy these Necromancers individually as issues of comic books. Hire me
the
to do
three
your
of
marketing
us.
too. I'll sell your books left and right. I'll sell ketchup to a blind man. How's that saying go? I'm not sure.
I think blind people probably eat ketchup. That's...
No one eats ketchup, Jason.
I had
Just
ketchup
kidding.
earlier.
I love ketchup.
What are you
Ketchup-
even talking
you can-
about, Jason?
You can put ketchup on hot dogs. I'm fine with it. It's good. I don't put ketchup on eggs though. That's weird. But I do put hot sauce in my eggs, and whisk them before I scramble them. Anyway,
this is going places
I'm
I was
done.
not expecting.
I can't do this anymore. No, I can't. We won't be back next week. No, we won't.
Yes.
Christian just commented in the chat. Is like I think he's being genuinely nice, but the first two words make it seem really
Right?
Like, cool conversation. Thank you, Christian.
Oh no, he's been honest.
He is. He's being nice.
Thank you, Christian.
I
love you, man.
recommended Metal Ninja Studios in a podcast live. I'm an idiot. Christian does great work. Anybody would be lucky to hire
He
him. Have
does.
him
I
on
love
your
him
comic.
very much.
If
We
I
worked together
ever
for
did,
the
if I ever
longest.
made a comic, it would be, I would have a very, very hard time deciding between him and Matt, my old coworker, because one of them would have to be the ones to letter my comic, and it would be like I'd have to write like a dream sequence or something that one of them lettered differently so that they could both letter it or some
That's
weird
a good
dumb bullshit.
excuse.
Yeah. But anyway, I love them
That's how
both.
we got Jack Foster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just blatantly stole your guys' idea. I'm gonna reach out to Jack after the show. No,
Do it.
I don't even have a
Jack
book.
work.
I don't have a book. I wrote a 7-page sci-fi short for an anthology, but I think it's
7
dead.
issue was a lot, man.
Yeah, right. I wrote a 7-issue anthology and it died.
Jesus Christ.
But I got paid. I got paid for it, and I got a pay
Hey.
rate. So
Nice.
More
Um,
hot dogs.
Matt, both of you guys are ridiculous. What I've found is no matter where you work, this industry is ridiculous. And I laughed with my new boss about it because I was like, you know what? It's this whole time I've done this. Anytime we work on a campaign, it's the night before the campaign. You're always fucking doing shit. Something's changing. You miss something. You got to fix something. It's late. You want to go to bed. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, every time I'm like, I'm gonna have everything ready, and it's not gonna do this. And every fucking time it's like, right, the campaign's about to launch, and we're like, ah. But so that's how comics is, everybody. It's just it's that weird sound I just made that I hope I never hear again. That's what comics is. But you get addicted to that sound, and you need that sound, and that sound makes you like salivate like a dog that sees a piece of meat on the counter, and that's what working in comics is like.
Man, coming to your interviews, it's like being present in the. It's like an interpretive dance. That's the only way I can explain it. It's always so great. I love it.
We're not going to get better than that. We're not going to get better than that.
I got the closure line. Yes!
You George Costanza the fuck out of this episode. Everybody, thank you. Everybody who's still here. Thank you for hanging out with us late night. This is awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you, everybody.
Christian, dude, I miss you so much. I love you. Thank you for hanging out. Michael, dude, thanks for popping in and checking out this campaign and backing. That was awesome. Richard, thank you for hanging out even through internet issues and sharing some awesome insight. And you're awesome and such a great artist, and I appreciate you. Everybody, this was awesome, and you're always welcome back on my show, whether it's for issue 4 or if you guys have new projects or something weird, or the Nottingham team gets back together or something. Blake's Buzz always got a spot for you. Before I let y'all go, do you have anything else that you would like to say before I set you free?
Yes, 500 subscribers for Jason's feet.
No promises on that.
500 backers, you mean, right?
Yeah,
500
the backers. Sorry.
$500. Give me $500. I'll get a picture of Jason's feet.
I will come to New York.
I love that his
it's not
head
in New York.
is like frozen and shadowed, right? So he's like, he's this darkened mannequin of a man, and he's like, give me $500, I'll get the pictures of the feet.
Yes.
I'll do it.
The
accurate,
clips,
actually.
if I wanted to go through and edit the clips for this episode, they'd be phenomenal.
I wish you will. I hope you will. I want them, please.
We're gonna spiral so hard again.
I know. You're never going to get off this fucking live stream. All right. Everybody, live stream, thank you so much. Remember, love more, hate less, read books. We will be back next week. Again, I'm so sorry.
No good us.
Last week was stressful. It was crazy. Please check out Neighbor Necromancer. It's very, very good. The art is beautiful. The characters are wonderful. It makes me like feel. And I don't know if you like looked outside lately, but like you need some good feels because it's fucking weird out there. It's just Substack everywhere. It's just, you look Substack. All right, no, all right. All right, that's it. We're done. Everybody, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.